Ooh, I want to start with that. Ooh, that's better. That's better. It's better with the lighting. All right, let's get this started. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Monday Night Football here. We've got the Miami Dolphins taking on the New Orleans Saints. Playoff implications do play in this game. Dolphins get the ball first on 1st and 10. Tua. Quick toss here to Gesicki. He's going to pick up a couple yards, 2nd down here. Playoff implications do play a role into this game. Miami currently is in the hunt for the 7th seed in the AFC. Right now, Baltimore holds that spot. If Miami can win this game, they will move up to over 500 for the first time this season, potentially. Or maybe for the first time since... No, that'll be the first time this season. So if they win this game, they will advance to 8-7 on the season, and they will take that 7th spot because they do have the tiebreaker over the Ravens. 2nd and 6, Tua again throwing, picking up a couple yards here. It will be 3rd down and short. So if the Miami Dolphins are able to get a victory here on Monday Night Football, they will move up to 8-7 on the season, and they will take that final spot in the AFC playoff race. At least they will hold on to it for now. If they do lose here, Baltimore will hold on to it and basically control their destiny at that point. But we will see what happens here. The Dolphins have been making a comeback. You know, this was my dark horse pick to come into the season. 3rd down and 2 here. Tua. Quick toss here. Can they get the 1st down? It will be picked up. 1st down here. And the flag's on the play. That's going to be a personal foul right there for no reason. Unnecessary roughness. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty here. Yeah, this should be a good game. This was my dark horse pick coming into this season. So when they were falling off, it sucked. It sucked. What's going on, everybody? But now looking at how this Dolphins team has been fighting back, whew, that's got to, oh yeah, that's a penalty right there. That's got to feel nice, you know. This team could sneak into the playoffs. Who knows? They've been playing spectacular football over the last, well, I'm not going to say spectacular. They've been playing tough football over the last several weeks, and they got this winning streak, man. And they're so close to being over 500 and being inside the playoff race. Tua over this stretch has been nice. He's been playing well for them. 1st and 10 here. They're going to hand the ball off here. And the Saints defense will make a nice stop there. A 1-yard pickup, 2nd down for the Dolphins. What's going on, guys? What's going on to everybody in the chat? Hope y'all are enjoying your day. Monday Night Football here with some playoff implications. I haven't seen much of the Dolphins play since like week 10. Week 11 was the last time I remember watching. Not even week 10. It would be week 12, I believe. Week 12 was like the last time I remember watching a Dolphins game. So it is nice to see them playing right now. 2nd and 8 here for the Dolphins. Tua handing this ball off, and again, Saints defense on it. They're going to stop him. Maybe a yard picked up here. 3rd down and long coming for the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins understand the situation they're in. They can win this game. They can pretty much control their destiny because they will be, well, it depends on how a lot of situations work out, but the Dolphins are in good shape if they can get a win here today. A loss here could hurt their playoff chances, but a win here puts them in a beautiful position. 3rd down and 6 here for the Dolphins. Tua's going to take this snap, looking towards his left. He's going to fire over the middle. He misses his man. He had a wide open man. He had Gaskin wide open, missed him. That would have been enough to pick up the 1st down. Tua's got to get that. There's pressure in his face. There's pressure in his face, but he's got to throw a better ball than that. He threw that too wide. Didn't have a chance there, and the Dolphins are going to have to punt the football. There was pressure in his face. It wasn't an easy throw. There was definitely pressure in Tua's face, but you got to make that throw in that situation. Dude was wide open. Yeah, Tua took a shot on that one. He definitely did. So the Dolphins are going to have to punt it to the Saints, and the Saints will get their opportunity to start off on the day. First drive here for the Saints coming up. And so, oh, is this his first start? Oh, Ian Book, is this his first start here in the NFL? I believe so. So we will see what this young guy has to bring to the table for the Saints offense. This also plays some playoff implications to the Saints too, because they're in that NFC wildcard race as well. So both teams need this win. A loss here puts them in dangerous territory of being eliminated, and a win here puts them in a really nice position. So both teams need this win. Both teams are fighting for a playoff spot, and honestly, this should be an interesting game. I do not know how it's going to go either way, but, you know, as a Ravens fan, I want the Dolphins to lose. As an NFL fan, I would want the Dolphins to win, specifically because this one, I just love Miami sports because I'm a Heat fan. But two, this was kind of my dark horse team. My dark horse team to make the Super Bowl. And I don't know if they're going to make the Super Bowl, but Dolphins were my dark horse team. So them making the playoffs wouldn't hurt me. It wouldn't necessarily hurt me. You know, there have been 2 picks that I've held on to, and this would be nice. A defensive stop, forgot what those look like. It's been true. A lot of us have, well, it is what it is. I mean, I ain't forgot. I've seen some defensive stops. I watch too much football. Need the Dolphins to fold. Yeah, gonna need the Dolphins to fold here. If you're a Ravens fan, you definitely need the Dolphins to fold here. As a 49ers fan, I'm gonna need the Fins to win. Y'all gonna need the Fins to win. Tiago, what's going on, man? Hope you're enjoying your day. Appreciate you stopping by the stream here. We watching Monday Night Football between the Dolphins and the Saints. Trey Lance is going to start. Also, congrats on your 1,000 video. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Never thought I'd make 1,000 videos. Not gonna lie, this is it's been weird. It's been weird. You know, when I first started this, I never expected to actually have 1,000 videos here, but hey, you know, you do what you can do. I got some plans for the video. Well, not for the video. I got video plans for the future, but that's 2022 stuff. We'll try some new things out, especially because the off season's coming up. And when the off season comes up, it should be very interesting. Y'all want Jimmy G? No, we're good. You can go look for someone else to take Jimmy G. Matter of fact, go look at hell, go look at the Saints. We'll see what this guy Ian Book can do for them. I don't know. You can look for another an NFC team that could probably utilize Jimmy G, or could use Jimmy. Hell, go to Cleveland. Don't even look at an NFC team. Go to Cleveland. Maybe the Browns would want him. I don't know. If y'all don't get him, the Steelers or Browns will. I don't want Jimmy G. I'm good. You keep promoting Jimmy G just because you don't want him on the Niners anymore, big dog. 1st and 10, a run up the gut here for Kamara, and he's going to pick up around 3 yards, 2nd down. Feels like so many backups. It is what it is. It's been that type of season. Injuries have been going around the league. It's been hitting a lot of teams. It's been rough. Several teams have so many starters missing. It's crazy. We cutting Freeman or Murray after this season, or they both go. They probably will keep one. Based on how we've seen Devontae Freeman come up, they may end up keeping one and put him in the practice squad. Because, again, you have J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards coming back. Quick throw here. First throw of Book's career. Couple yards picked up. 3rd down and 3 here. But, yeah, you're going to have him come back. Also, you're going to have 3rd down and 3 here. I can see Freeman on the practice squad. I was just about to say that. You'd probably put him on the practice squad there, and you could see where you would go from there in case you need him as that 3rd back. Because that can work out. But Murray, I don't think he's going to be on the team after this. 3rd down and 3. Book. Oh, he got picked! Oh, my goodness. A pick 6. First drive for the Saints ends in a pick 6. Oh, my God. Touchdown, Miami. That is the worst possible start for the Saints. What was that? The 2nd throw of Book's career. He throws a pick 6. Welcome to the NFL, young man. That ball was tipped. Oh, my God. Yeah, just hand the Dolphins a 7th seed. It's a long game, man. Not to mention, it's a long last 2 games, but that is tough. That is not how the Saints want to start off here. Starting it off with a pick 6, that's rough. You're going to need your young quarterback this is his first start, but you're going to need your young guy to get adjusted real quick. Welcome to the NFL, young man. They play the Titans and the Pats next. I see them losing those. I don't know about the Patriots one. That one could really... The Dolphins seem to play really well against the Patriots. And is that in Miami? I know Brady's not there anymore, but... I mean, when it comes to the Dolphins, they play really well against the Patriots. They don't always win those because Brady does well against that. But the Titans game... Oh, this final game's in Miami. I can see that happening. I can see them getting a win in Week 17. The Titans one, I think the Titans are going to win that one next week. But the final game of the season, Week 18, against the Patriots, I can see the Dolphins winning that one. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, that is not how the New Orleans Saints wanted to start off their offense. That is not how they wanted to start off their offense. That's rough. That's rough. That's his second career pass. His second career pass, and he throws a pick six. Welcome to the NFL, young man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, he's going to have to bounce back. He's going to have to bounce back. It's going to be a long night. Again, it's his first career start. Throwing a pick six does not mean the game's far from over, man. It does not mean it's the end of the world. You're going to have to calm him down. In that case, it wasn't necessarily his fault. The ball was partially tipped, so that's just a good play by the defense because the ball was partially tipped there. And once the defender makes a play on that, you don't know how that football is going to go. So, yeah, good play on them. Saints missing Jameis. Yeah, they're missing Jameis. They are definitely missing Jameis. They probably wouldn't be in the situation they're in right now if they had Jameis Winston. They may have 1 or 2 extra wins if Jameis Winston was playing. But, you know, it is what it is. They've been missing Jameis. And Taysom Hill is not the guy for them. So now it is what it is. Anyway, Saints offense is going to have to come back on the field. Try this again. Of course, the game plan for the Saints here would be it would be more simplified. It'd be more simplified. This is a rookie quarterback in his first ever NFL start. The play calling has to be a lot more simplified. You cannot put him in a tougher situation. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback. Tom Brady is the most accomplished quarterback in NFL history. That's just how it is. So Aaron Rodgers is better. Tom Brady is greater. And at the end of the day, people look at greater as opposed to looking at better. So Tom Brady is the greater quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback, which is why most people will say they'll take Tom Brady over Aaron Rodgers because they'd rather have the greater resume than to be the better player. That's just how it is. I see a defensive overhaul in the Ravens' future. We are likely getting rid of Elliott, LJ Fort, Calais will retire, and we need to rebuild that D-line. Also, Jimmy Smith's probably not going to be here moving forward. I would sit here and say when it comes to the offseason, number 1 priority, fix the O-line. Second priority, fix the secondary. Third priority, fix the D-line. So, yeah, they got 3 aspects they got to focus on in the draft. The receiving core is set. You've got guys here. The running back core has been set. You've got guys there. Linebacking core is developing. It's there. We're fine. Fix the offensive line. Fix the secondary. Fix the D-line. Brady way better. That's what. No, bro. You don't understand. You understand there's a difference between better and greater. There is a difference. Brady is not better than Rodgers, but he is greater. Rodgers is better as an individual talent. The talent and ability he has in throwing the football cannot be matched. He's the greatest thrower of the football. So he is better than Brady. But Brady is far greater than Aaron Rodgers because he's accomplished so much. Better and greater are 2 different aspects. Better is talent perspective. Greater is accomplishment. No, he's not better. As a talent, Aaron Rodgers is better as a quarterback talent. Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. That's not a debate. He's a better thrower of a football than Tom Brady will ever be. But Tom Brady is a far greater quarterback than Aaron Rodgers will ever be. Better and greater are 2 different things. You guys got to learn that. Aaron Rodgers is better as an individual talent. He's a better thrower of football. He's just more skilled than Brady. But Brady is far greater. No, 5 rings mean you're better. No, it doesn't mean you're better. It means you're greater. There's a difference between better and greater, my friend. It doesn't mean you're better. It means you're greater. Better evaluates talent-wise. Greater evaluates legacy accomplishments. Greater involves that. When it comes to legacies, when it comes to overall accomplishments, that would go to Brady because that's what greater means. When it comes to better, it's talking about skill-wise and your individual talent. Aaron Rodgers is far more talented. That makes Bro, what do you mean it makes no sense? That's exactly what it is. Better and greater are not the same thing when you come to... It's not the same meaning when it comes to evaluating players. It's never been that way. It's never really been that way. You can argue 3rd down and 6 here. Oh, God, pressure's coming. And he's going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked right there. Takes most skills to win ring. No, it doesn't. Not necessarily. Look at how Brady is played. That is not skills. Those are not skills. First of all, it's not even, when you see Brady throw the football, it's not skill-wise. Well, actually, I'm not going to say it's not skill-wise. It is skill-wise, but it's not at the level of Rodgers. However, what he's done, that involves to your legacy. That's greater. Of course, it takes skills to win, but talent-wise, better follows the aspects of skills and talents. Aaron Rodgers is more skilled than Tom Brady. He is also more talented than Tom Brady. When you talk about the aspect of better, you're talking about skills and you're talking about talent. When you're talking about the aspect of greater, you're talking about legacy and accomplishments. That's just how it is. That's just how it is when it comes to better and greater. That's how we've always evaluate. Oh, Tua's coming back on the field? Dang, they really went 3 and out. If I have a solid defensive-minded coach or solid D-court, I'll take Rodgers. He can run the offense himself. It's like the same thing with like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning would be considered a better well, I wouldn't say fully, but you could see him as a better quarterback. Actually, no. In some cases, some people would say, Drew Brees. I've heard people say Drew Brees is a better quarterback than Peyton Manning, but Peyton Manning's accomplished more than Drew Brees in some cases. Or you could say, reversal. Let me take a water and actually explain this properly, because it feels like you're not exactly getting the point I'm making, because better and greater are 2 different aspects. When I think skill, I think clutch player who can win it all. That does not apply to skills. Clutch is not a skill. Being clutch is not a skill. That is not a skill. That's an intangible, but that's not a skill. What is a skill is being able to throw the football in any aspect. Have you seen the way Aaron Rodgers is able to throw the football? He's able to put it in positions no other quarterback can. Same with Dan Marino. Dan Marino was so skilled. When you think of skill, clutchness is not a skill. That is not a skill. Clutchness would speak to how great a player is, but it doesn't speak to how better a player is. That's not a skill. That's not a skill, nor is it a talent. Clutchness would not be considered a skill. I see they say he choked. Nah, clutchness would not be considered a skill. It would be considered an intangible in terms of your greatness. Like, you can't actually y'all don't know this, but Dolphins fans are toxic. Don't know about that. But you can't train clutchness. Skills, you can develop skills. How do you develop clutchness? Yeah, Rodgers is obviously more talented. Brady is more accomplished, and accomplishments are what players are remembered for. Exactly. That's why Tom Brady is leagues ahead in terms of greatness compared to Aaron Rodgers. Better means individual skill, but if the chips fall in the right spot, you can beat somebody better than you. I mean, Tom Brady had Bill as a head coach, and Aaron had McCarthy. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady because he's more talented and more skilled. But just because you're more talented and more skilled doesn't mean you're always going to win. Rodgers is better at throwing, I guess, but 5 rings difference is huge. Yeah, that means he's greater. You got to understand, there's a difference between better and greater. Tom Brady is a greater quarterback because when you talk to a quarterback or a player's greatness, you're talking about legacy. You're talking about accomplishment. What have they done? That's what we talk about when we say greatness. Legacies, accomplishments. When it comes to that, Brady is ahead of everybody else to play this game. So Brady is far greater than Aaron Rodgers. But when you're talking about better, you're talking about skills. You're talking about talent. Skills and talent. That's different. That's different. 2nd and 9 here. Tua throwing. Incomplete. No flag on the play. Oh, there's a flag on the play. But yeah, better and greater are 2 different things. When you talk about the aspect of better, now let me properly explain this. When you talk about, because I was trying to do this and then seeing how the game was going. But yeah, when you talk about the aspect of better versus greater, a player that is better, they're more talented, they're more skilled. That's just how it is. When you talk about a player that is greater, they have a better legacy, and they are more accomplished. They're more accomplished. That's just how it is. So accomplishments and legacy plays into the aspect of greatness. Skills and talent play into the aspects of being better. So Aaron Rodgers is a better thrower of the football and is more skilled in throwing the football than Brady, but Brady's far greater than Aaron Rodgers will ever be. Aaron Rodgers is not touching Brady's legacy. That's just how it is. Who's worse, Brady fans or Brady haters? Both are terrible. Both of y'all are just terrible. I don't really care for either or. Brady fans will make excuse. Even if Brady plays bad, they will exempt him from everything. But Brady haters will wait for one bad moment from him to act like everything he's accomplished is terrible. What's going on, George? So, yeah, both of y'all are just terrible. I just don't want to associate with you guys like that. Like, I don't like Brady, but I don't hate on him. If he plays bad, he plays bad. It is what it is. But I'm not going to sit there and just be brutal or aggressive towards him. Nah. Brady haters are terrible because they wait for any moment for him to be flawed, as if he's not a human being that can't make mistakes. And then Brady fans pretend that he's absolutely perfect, and every time he has a bad game, they just exempt it and pretend it never happened. I'm not even a fan of Brady, but in my head, having 5 more rings means you're more skilled. That's not a skill. Championships are not skills, my friend. Throwing is not everything, but throwing is a skill. You're misunderstanding it. Winning championships is not a skill. You can't develop winning championships. You can develop your accuracy as a quarterback. Like, championships are not a skill. That is accomplishment. That falls in the aspect of greater. You can't be a quarterback and see, how can I develop winning championships? No, that's an accomplishment. It takes a team to win a championship. 3rd and 7. Tua finds a man. Gets it to Waddle. First down picked up. The Dolphins are moving. Rings aren't a skill. That is not a skill. Tom Brady did not win those rings all by himself. Throwing is not the only skill. He clearly has better decision making. Yeah, both Brady and Rodgers have great. Rodgers hasn't even thrown 100 interceptions in his career yet. His decision making is one of the best in league history. And you can argue his decision making compared to Brady's is just up there. Maybe Brady has a slight edge, but it's just up there. But we're talking about skills, accuracy. Talking about accuracy in 1st and 10, play action here. Tua, he's got time. He's going to dump it off here. Picks up a couple yards, 2nd down here. But yeah, throwing the football, that's a skill. Accuracy is a skill. What Aaron Rodgers does with the football is a skill. Winning the Super Bowl is not a skill. That is a team accomplishment. That is an accomplishment for the quarterback. They both GOATs, but we can agree to disagree. They're definitely both GOATs. I'm just trying to explain the difference between better and greater. We can definitely agree to disagree, but I'm just explaining the aspect. This is what I learned in football a long time ago. Many other people, even players, have this specific aspect. You can be more talented and more skilled. That makes you the better player, but greatness is what we look at. Better cannot touch greatness. That's just how it is. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3, a straight ahead run. They're going to be short, 3rd down. When we're looking at levels between better and greater, better's like right here, greater's right here. Greatness is always seen as opposed to better. You can be the better player, but if you never win anything, who's going to care? Wilt Chamberlain was a better player than Bill Russell, but Bill Russell is greater than Wilt Chamberlain because Russell has 11 rings. That's how it is. Wilt Chamberlain is a better player than Bill Russell, but Bill Russell is a greater player because he's won more championships. And he's accomplished far more than what Wilt could do in terms of legacy. 3rd and 1, they are going to pick up the 1st down. Did they fumble the football? Hold on. Was that a fumble? They're going to call this a fumble? Hold on. What happened? Let me see the replay real quick. Was he down? They're going to rule this a fumble. Let me check this out. Oh, my God. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. He wasn't even... Wait. The ball is moving, but I don't think he loses... this is going to be tough. Yeah, he fell on the player. They got to get a good look before... Right there. Nah. That's not going to be a fumble. That is not going to be a fumble. That's not going to be a fumble. Because even though he fell on the player, his shoulder fell. His shoulder touched the ground before the ball came out. So that does not look like it's going to be ruled a fumble. It's going to be ruled down by contact. Yeah. Yeah, he fell on the he was on the player, but his shoulder, that new area, definitely looked at it. Brady will literally get saved by defense and get called the GOAT, but if he can't put up points, then his defense lost it for him. Brady fans won't let Brady get criticism. Everyone deserves criticism. So, I mean, I don't care how great you are. You can win 1,000 championships. You're not perfect. Everyone gets criticism when you don't play well. That's just how it is. So, yeah, no one's exempt from criticism, not even Brady. Now, you don't have to take the criticism too far and act like he's never done anything, but you should criticize him when he doesn't play well. No one's exempt from criticism. Nathan Peterman, the GOAT. What other quarterback do you know that can put up defensive numbers as an offensive player? I mean, we could probably go back and look at the tapes from those players that played in the 60s, and they probably have somebody that can do it. And I'm sure there was wasn't there a player that was not only the quarterback but the punter? We've seen scenarios like this before. Rodgers' arm talent and above average mobility is amazing. Put him with some of the teams and coaching staff Brady has had, especially defense. He has just as many rings. Some people make that argument. I don't know if that's always the case. You can make that argument, but you don't exactly know what's going to happen come playoff time. I've always seen this argument, but it doesn't always guarantee championships, you know, like I understand the argument. Well, the talent-wise, yeah, you put the defense together. Maybe. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I never try to make those arguments because you just don't know what happens in that season. What if you get injuries? What if the players they got for Brady, they don't end up getting for Aaron Rodgers? Especially those clutch players that showed up. You just never know, man. You just never know. 1st and 10, the Dolphins are in field goal range right now. Tua holds on to the ball. Quick toss here. Smite's going to pick up another first down. They continue to move the chains. Wilt averaged 50 points per game and still didn't win MVP. Yeah, that was crazy. I miss when Jameis Winston was playing with Saints. He was fun this season. It's unfortunate he suffered the season and the injury, but he was cool. Why are the Dolphins playing so well? They've been playing well for like the last 6 weeks. They were 1-7, beat the Ravens, and then just got hot, and that's what they are right now. They've been playing well for the last several weeks. That's why they're on this winning streak. You think Lamar is going to be back next game? Probably not. Honestly, I think he's done for the season, but we'll see. Oh, Tua was going for Lewis. Could not connect. 2nd down. But yeah, for me, I just don't see Lamar coming back at this point. I honestly think his injury's worse than what the team has said. It's a bone bruise, and if you know, I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor or any specialist that knows about injuries, but bone bruises can linger, and you don't want to injure that situation worse, because injuring a bone bruise can make the situation far worse, and it can linger far, far longer than you want it to. So I just don't think he's coming back. 2nd and 10. Whoa, Gesicki got in the air and did a flip. Picks up a couple yards. It's going to be 3rd down here. It was for sure a high ankle sprain. Most probably. They said it wasn't, but again, with the way he's been out, I just don't know. I just don't know. I need the Dolphins to win this for my Niners. Yeah, because you don't want if the Saints get the win, it's going to hurt y'all. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure Lamar's going to come back. I just don't see it. 3rd down and 4 here. Oh, Tua got smoked, and he fumbled the football, but the Saints weren't able to recover. Dolphins held on to it, so Tua took a smack. Man, that was a hit. Tua took a hit, fumbled the football, but the Dolphins weren't able to recover. It's going to knock them back a good 15 yards, but they're still in field goal range, so they still can't kick a field goal and make this a 10-0 lead. What a hit right here. Oh, my God, Tua took a shot. And how did wow. Come on, you got to get that. You got to dive on that, man. Big dog, you got to dive on that ball. You can't just sit back and let that go. You got to dive on that. You got to dive on the football right there. All right, so Sanders here for the field goal. This is going to be a 48-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and man, it's good. So the Dolphins are up 10-0 now. Looks like this might be the end of our season right here. I mean, there's still 2 games to go. Anything can happen. It's not exactly over until it's over. Baltimore winning. I mean, if Miami takes the wins this game, they're gonna be 8-7, the same record as the Ravens. They got the Titans and the Patriots for their final 2 games. Dolphins aren't guaranteed to win those games, so it's even if Dolphins lose this game and we are at 8-7, we're still not guaranteed to make the playoffs. So nothing is over until it's over. You know, it seems like Baltimore's probably not going to be eliminated from the playoffs until the final game of the season. So we're going to be in the race until the end, and we'll just see what happens with that. Our season falls in the hands of the offense because defense can't stop a nosebleed. Yeah, at this point, when you just don't have guys, they're probably not going to. So it is what it is. But yeah, offense definitely has to step up. Maybe he just wanted to spend Christmas with his daughter. I mean, I don't exactly think Lamar is a competitor. I mean, obviously you would want to spend that time, but like Lamar is a competitor, and I don't think he would just willingly choose to not play. Lamar is completely selfless. He's all about the team and all about we. And then 2, Lamar Jackson is a competitor. So I don't think he would stay back in Baltimore to just, stay back in Baltimore to spend time with his daughter as opposed to go out there and help his team win in a crucial playoff run. So I don't see him doing something like that. That's just not what he's presented to us. Just as who he is as a person, who he is as a player and a competitor, he wouldn't do something like that. Not to mention, at least at the end of the day, he probably would have gotten to spend Christmas morning because they wouldn't have traveled until like the evening to Cincinnati, or at least the afternoon. So he would have got Christmas morning with his daughter. But I don't see Lamar just like not going and choosing not to go alongside the team to Cincinnati because he wanted to stay home. No, he understands where the team is right now. He's a competitor. He's trying to help his team win. So I don't think he would just willingly leave like that. But then again, who knows? I don't know. Do you hate the Mavericks? No, I like the Mavericks. I like the Mavericks, and Luka's one of my favorite players, so I got no hate for the Mavericks. Only way he comes back is if he's healthy, and they want to try and make a run. You're not going to make a run with this team. There's nobody left. The defense is decimated. You can't make a run at this point. They could try, but at the end of the day, they're not going to make a run with a decimated team. The chances of that is so low. So I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to pack it up. Like, if they decide to pack it up, I would not. Oh, because of 2011. Yeah, 2011 hurt, but I mean, I don't hate the Mavericks because of it. At the end of the day, first of all, we beat the Mavericks in 06. That was when I became a fan. I was around 05. I became a Heat fan, so I got to see that 06 championship run, and we beat the Mavericks in the finals. All they really did was get revenge, and at the end of the day, it's not like they beat us down. It's just that we choked that finals away. We just didn't show up. And then after that, we won back-to-back championships. I got no hate for the Mavericks. But Dirk has always been one of my favorite players, so I never had hate for the Mavericks, even though we lost them in the finals. I just saw that as revenge for 06, which they got. And I'm also happy Dirk got that ring because, man, can you imagine Dirk's legacy without that championship run? Oh, boy. Especially after what happened in 06, he needed to because he blew it in 06. In the 06 finals, Dirk was one of the main guys, if not the main guys, that blew it for the Mavericks in the 06 finals. He needed to redeem himself. So for him to do that, it helped his legacy. So I'm fine with it. At the end of the day, he got his ring. Miami won back-to-back championships, and everybody was happy. Well, except non-Miami fans because LeBron going to the Heat pissed off everyone in the league, and we were the villains at that time, so it was interesting. The Dolphins have beat the Patriots, Ravens, and the next best team they beat is the Giants. They've beaten some good teams. John Harbaugh has always been a liar when it comes to injuries. I wouldn't say he's been a liar. It's just he's only speaking his opinion. He's not an expert. He's not an expert. Maybe he's overestimating or underestimating the intensity of the situation, but I'm not saying he's lying. He's not going to the media and just lying. He's just giving his opinion about the whole situation. A lot of times people are like, I expect this guy to be back by here and be back by there, and it just doesn't work out. He's making an estimate. Nowadays, you just see Harbaugh saying, I don't know. Like, they asked him about Lamarte. Is he going to play? We'll see. Like, he's just not going to give anything out. Before, he was just like, maybe he'd be back this week. Maybe he'll play. We hope he will come back, but you just don't know. 3rd and 6 here. Book. Trying to escape, and he's going to get sacked again. They just can't do anything right now offensively for the Saints. This is just bad. Without Tua, oh, yeah, they did beat without Tua. They did do that. Let's not forget the Dolphins lost the Jags. They did. Yeah, how you feel about the Celtics this season? I do not have a lot of high hopes for the Celtics. I expected Jason Tatum to be in the MVP conversation, and let's just say that has not been the case. Also, some injuries here and there, Jaylen Brown, stuff like that. I don't feel great about the Celtics this season. Hopefully, they can come alive in 2022. At least if they can get themselves going by the All-Star break and really look like a contending team, then yeah, we'll say something. But I don't really feel high. I don't really have a high opinion of the Celtics right now because Tatum has not been the player I thought he was going to be coming into this season. Not practicing all week meant he wasn't healthy anyway. Pretty much. He hasn't practiced in 2 weeks, so I don't see him playing at this point. Who are your choices for the All-Star starters? I would have to legit think about that. I could not pull that off the top of my head right now for both the Eastern and Western Conference. I could not give you that right now. That is something I would have to sit back and think of. Either way. But obviously, for the West, I mean, if you're going to go with point guard, it would have to be obviously Steph. I mean, Steph is going to be in it. Jokic is going to be in it for the most part. At least for the starters. Chris Paul is also going to be in that as well. You might get Devin Booker, again, Donovan Mitchell. I couldn't give you a definitive one right now. I would have to think about that for the All-Stars. I couldn't give you one. Obviously, for the Eastern Conference, KD, Giannis is going to be there. You might get Embiid as well. 1st and 10. I'm going to run this ball here, pick up a couple yards. Looks like they pick up around 5 yards. 2nd down here for the Dolphins. Yeah, I'd have to sit back and think about it for me to come up with that. But I couldn't give you my All-Star lineup right now. And that's the end of the first quarter. So the Dolphins have a 10-0 lead at the end of the first quarter here. Things are getting tough for the Saints. They can't move the ball on offense right now. They got to figure something out. There's no point of bringing Lamar back. It's too late in the season, and this team is too injured to go far in the playoffs. Just get Lamar ready for next year and get him at O-line. Again, it's really up to them. Lamar's a competitor. If he feels he's good enough to go and the team wants to trust it, he'll be out there. But I just don't think he's going to. That's just me. Is basketball worth watching? I'm only watching. You meant watching. It's okay. Is basketball worth watching? I'm only watching football right now. Basketball is definitely worth watching when it comes to the postseason. I wouldn't say watching basketball in the regular season is something you want to do, but come postseason time, yeah. Watching basketball in the playoffs is where you want to watch it because the regular season for the NBA isn't always the most interesting. And, especially since it started being interesting the last 5-6 years. It started being interesting 5-6 years ago because nowadays, playoff seedings doesn't necessarily matter. I mean, you want to get home court advantage, but it doesn't necessarily matter. Hell, we saw the Sixers have home court advantage. We saw what happened with them. So home court advantage doesn't really hold up that much nowadays. Not to mention the regular season, it doesn't hold that much weight. Really, you want to start watching the NBA after the All-Star break and as we get closer to the playoffs. But definitely watch the NBA for the playoffs because, at that point, it can definitely get interesting. Really wishing we sent the Pats a 5th-round pick for Stephon Gilmore. We could have adjusted some of our guys' contracts to make something for him, and Jimmy Smith would be good enough for the playoffs. I mean, I think they tried to get something going, but they couldn't get anything going. So it is what it is. Saints are done. And so are the Ravens. Saints aren't done yet. The game is far from over, and the Ravens aren't done yet. Even if the Dolphins win this game, there's still 2 weeks left to go, and the Ravens wouldn't be done. Hell, even if the Dolphins lose this game, you can't sit there and say the Ravens are guaranteed to win the playoffs. A win or a loss here does not really change the whole situation. It just takes Baltimore out of the playoffs. But still, it's not that much of a difference. So it's not over. It's not going to be over until the final week. So there's still plenty of time. What's your best Madden game? Probably what, Madden 13, Madden 12, Madden 13. Hell, I can do the whole 25th anniversary with Madden 25. I guess Madden 13, I don't know. If we were talking about 2K, I would say 2K12 would be my favorite, but Madden, I would say Madden 13. Madden 12, Madden 13. Why does EDC like his draft picks so much? Because he drafted them. What kind of question is that? Why does the GM like his draft picks? Because he chose them. Those are his draft picks. Why wouldn't he like them? He picked them for this team, so obviously he's going to like them. First down picked up here for the Saints. The score right now, Aaron, is 10-0. Dolphins up 10-0. Saints are trying to get something going on offense. It's been rough. It's been rough. Giannis is super overrated, not a top 50 player. I would disagree with that. 1st and 10 here. They're going to pick up a couple yards. But, yeah, I would disagree with that. I believe Giannis is a top 50 player. Not to mention, again, we always say every superstar is overrated. I'm not even going to try and do that. At this point, every single, I don't care what sport it is, every single star player or, hell, every single good player in any sport's been called overrated. That word holds little to no meaning at this point. So that's just how it is. Deontay Johnson should have made the Pro Bowl. Should have been considered, but, I mean, at the end of the day, they gave it to Mike Williams. The other two were definitely going to get in, but Mike Williams was a different situation, so they gave it to Mike Williams. Several people could have made the Pro Bowl, but, you know, it is what it is. I love the aggression the Saints D-line plays with. Yeah, they are one of the few bright spots right now. Dolphins continuing to move this ball. It's 3rd down and 1 here for the Dolphins. I agree. I only watch postseason on basketball. Oh, they got Jacoby Brissett. 3rd down and 1 here. They got Brissett under center here. They're going to play action. Brissett looking for somebody. Nobody's open. The defense right there makes a stop. He's short. 4th down here for the Dolphins. They could go for this. They're near midfield, but it's going to be 4th down here. He is benefiting off of a soft NBA. I really, okay, let me address this. Here's the whole NBA soft situation. I do not deny that the NFL, that is happening with the NFL. I do not deny that the NBA, in terms of what you're able to get away with now as opposed to back then, has changed drastically. So the league is seen as softer because you can't really touch any player. You can't really play aggressive, defense. You can't guard anyone aggressively. There's no hand checking. I get it. But while we ignore that part of the defense being gone, what we also tend to ignore is that the skill for these players has dramatically increased. It's dramatically increased. NBA players today are more skilled than NBA players back then. Now, even back then, you had plenty of superstars back then in the 90s, 80s, 70s that were far more skilled they were just too ahead of their time. That's what made them so great. They were too ahead of their time. They still dealt with the difficulties of those tough, aggressive, physical defenses, but you had certain stars. Not everybody in that NBA back then could really play in this time now and really be able to thrive like that. Whereas you got so many talented players today, not to mention the spacing you get today. So I can't say, I always see people try to bring up the league is soft now, Yeah, I'm not going to lie, the NBA isn't as physical as it was back then. But it's far more skilled now. So you're dealing with a lot of top players that honestly could play back then and play now. So I can't always say that, yeah, he's benefiting off of that. Yeah, because they were following. The aggressiveness back then was definitely tougher for the most part. But to sit back and say somebody's just taking advantage of a softer league, I never stand by that. Not to mention, talent can play in any league, in any era. Like throughout the year, talent can go through any era. So if you're a talented player and a skilled player, it can go anywhere. It can work in any age. Players like LeBron can play in the 80s and 90s. He can play in those times. Giannis' play style is get fouled, miss, play fine, defense, then gets him overrated. I mean, you're forgetting the skill he has in the post. You're forgetting what he's able to do to get to the basket. Like, this dude heading to the basket is a freight train. Not to mention he's improved on his mid-range jump shot. He's improved as a player. At shooting the ball, he's improved every single year. Getting to the basket, nobody can stop this man at this point. Also, he's developing somewhat of a post game. Like, there's several aspects that Giannis has developed. I understand as a shooter, he's not exactly the best, especially when it comes to three-point shooting, but he's improved in his free throw shooting. He's improved in his jump shooting. And his three-point shooting isn't exactly there, but at least he's willing to take it, and in some cases, he can hit it. Like, you're going to pretend like what he did in the finals, in Game 6, that 50-piece he dropped, oh, he just did that easily. Nah, that's not the case. Not to mention, if you put Giannis back then where you could be aggressive, that means he can be aggressive as well. He can be physical with them too. But Ben Simmons' trash self can't do it. Hey, Ben Simmons just don't want to shoot the ball. 1st and 10, play action here for the Saints. They are going deep, and the ball is caught. First down picked up for the Saints. So with Giannis, again, he's been building up his post game. He's a freight train. Nobody can stop him from getting to the basket. He's very physical, and he's improved on shooting the basketball. So, like, nah. I mean, he's better than Ben Simmons. Yeah, there are a lot of NBA players who are better than Ben Simmons. That's not the point right here. But to sit there and say that Giannis is overrated, I can't say that. Nah, Giannis is one of the best players in this league. Like, one of the best players in this league. It's just disrespect him when you've seen him make improvements in every aspect. 1st down and 10, they're going to roll book here. He's going to throw quickly, pick up a couple yards. 2nd down here for the Saints. So, no, like, again, when you look at the aspect that he's improved on, he's also improved in facilitating the basketball. So, like, he's starting to set teammates up more. But really what's improved with him is his shooting, especially his mid-range shooting. So, a player of his stature that's a freight train that can get to the hoop and just dunk on anybody who's an athletic monster, he's improving in shooting the basketball. And he's improved every year. So, I couldn't sit back and say that. I'll take Curry over any point guard ever. Curry will go down as the 2nd greatest point guard to ever play this game, but no one's going over Magic Johnson. That's just how it is. Nobody's eclipsing Magic Johnson. That's just how it is. People will probably take Curry. I can see people taking Curry over Magic, but Magic, in terms of what he accomplished and what he did, nah. Magic's going to be 1, Curry's going to be 2. That's just how it's going to be when it comes at the end of the day. No one's just eclipsing Magic at this point. Curry's going to be the closest to do so, but Magic is going to be number 1 and just going to stay there. 3rd down and 3. Booked has time. He's scrambling, trying to buy time. He's not going to pick up the 1st down. Nothing there. 4th down here. What do you even do at this situation? Just punt the football. This was a good drive, or started to look like a good drive. What do you do if you're the Saints? You got to punt the football. But yeah, Curry's probably going to go down in 2nd. Ben Simmons is trash. Ben Simmons just doesn't want to shoot the basketball. Like, talent-wise, Ben Simmons, again, he's one of the best defenders in the game. His ability to facilitate the basketball is up there with the best in the game. So he's a great passer. You know he can rebound, and you know he can play elite defense. One of the best defenders in the game. The only problem with Ben Simmons is his ability to shoot the basketball. Specifically because he doesn't want to shoot the basketball. That's the main problem. For 1, he doesn't want to shoot the basketball. For 2, he's not a great free throw shooter. So Ben Simmons is elite. He's an elite defender. He's one of the best passers in the game. You know what he can do involving the rebounding. It's just the shooting aspect. The only thing that's missing from him is the shooting aspect. So you can't sit there and say he's trash. It's just a guy that won't shoot the basketball. But in other aspects, he's very good in other aspects. He's a talented player. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the offense. Oh, that's going to be oof. They got it on Kamara. Ooh, boy. Chris Paul or James Harden or Paul George. My first choice would be Chris Paul, but I can't trust him to be healthy in the postseason. Honestly, I'll just take Chris Paul. James Harden in the postseason. It's interesting with James Harden in the postseason because it's not as bad as people think. Honestly, he had maybe 1 or 2 series where he really didn't show up. But other than that, he really showed up as a whole. It was just crucial moments down the stretch, especially in the 4th quarter where Harden would not show up. So as a player, you'd probably say Harden would be the best. Out of these 3 players, Harden would be the best or at least the most talented. But Chris Paul, man, the impact he brings to a team, I can't forget that, man. I'll have to take Chris Paul. I've seen what Chris Paul has done with that OKC Thunder when he went there. I've seen what Chris Paul has done in helping the Suns get to the finals. I'm taking CP3. That's just me. Magic, my favorite player. I didn't know his real name until 2019. It would be a typical Jaguars move if they brought in Adam Gase as head coach and Bill O'Brien as GM. I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't think they're going to do that. Be a little bit crazy to do that, but I don't think they would do that. What about Paul George? Paul George is a great player. I would not take Paul George over James Harden. I would not take Paul George over CP3. Paul George is a great player. He's a superstar. But I'm not taking him over James Harden, and I'm not taking him over CP3. The impact CP3 brings to a franchise is undeniable. And Harden has been consistently in the top 5 conversation. He's not a top 5 player right now. You wouldn't put him in that conversation based on how he's played. But that man, for several years, was considered a top 5 player. Paul George has never been considered a top 5 player. Durant and Westbrook for OKC reunite someday? No, that's never going to happen. They're not going back to OKC. Paul George is not better than James Harden. Paul George is not better than James Harden. That's not even an argument. If you're talking about right now in terms of how they're playing, I can say Paul George is playing better than James Harden. You can make some sort of argument, but I'm not going to sit here and say Paul George is better than James Harden. Nah. I would not say that. Remember they had Westbrook, Paul George, and Melo for OKC? Yeah, I remember that, and did not work out. It did not work out at all. But Paul George is not better than Harden. Paul George could be considered a top 10 player at his very best. You can put him in that conversation. But Harden was consistently considered a top 5 player for several years. Like, that did not change. That's what he was considered. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to sit here and say Paul George is better than Harden. That's not going to happen. Kamara has done little to nothing to him. He has more penalty yards than rushing yards. That is terrible. 1st and 10 here for the Dolphins. They're going to run this football, pick up around 4 yards here. 2nd down for the Dolphins. 9:43 left to go in this first half. LaMelo Ball or De'Aaron Fox. Now, that's a tough one. I'm not going to lie. That's a tough one. What Fox brings to the table as a scorer is better, but what LaMelo brings all around as a player, I can't deny that. What I'm seeing with LaMelo as he's developing, because he's a star now, he is developing into a young star. That's a tough one. Because again, as a scorer, De'Aaron Fox is better, but in overall, neither one of them really play great defense. So I don't know. That's a tough one. What LaMelo brings to the table as an entire aspect, what he brings as a whole player, man, he might edge out, LaMelo might edge out De'Aaron Fox there, but I don't know. That's a tough one. That's an actual tough one. Because both of them are great young players. They're young stars. Because I just don't want to go to De'Aaron Fox for the sake of just being like, well, he's a better scorer. Nah. What LaMelo brings and the rebound and what he brings with the assists, I don't know, man. I just got to go with LaMelo. LaMelo has so much potential. The talent is there. And he continues to get better year in and year out. I think in the long run, LaMelo would be the player to pick. But De'Aaron Fox, it wouldn't be that far apart. They'd both be close. 3rd down and 2. Tua throws over the middle. Cut. 1st down. Waddle gets the reception. Takes him to near midfield. It's on the chair. Your chair. Yeah. Bridges or Ayton? I would have to say Ayton. Holding call on the offense. Wow. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down. Wow. So 3rd and 2 turns to 3rd and 12. Does Jordan Poole have top 10 shooting guard potential? Man, this guy's potential is huge. I could top 10 shooting guard in the league? Yes. Yes. I could say that, man. I can honestly say that. This guy has a lot of potential. I like what I'm seeing from Poole. The Warriors love what they're seeing from Poole. This guy, he has a lot of potential. 3rd and 12, they're going to run this. They're not going to be able to pick it up. 4th down here for the Dolphins. They're going to have to punt this football. Oh boy, that's crazy. Bridges or Aiden? I'm gonna take DeAndre Ayton. I'm gonna take DeAndre Ayton. Brandon Marshall or Larry Fitzgerald? Larry Fitzgerald. Lillard released or traded for Portland next year or not? I don't think he's gonna be released. He would have to be traded. And again, it's getting to the end. I don't think Portland would do that to him. With the way Dame's been so loyal, they're not gonna release him. If anything, they're gonna trade him. If it comes down to it, they will trade him before they release him. And they will trade him to a destination in the Eastern Conference. That's just how it would be. Lillard or Lonzo? Who's better at rapping? That's not a competition. It's Lillard. Lillard can actually rap. I'm not going to sit there and say he's great or something. Like, Lillard can rap. I'm not going to judge how good or how bad Lillard is, but Lillard can actually rap. He's like one of the few NBA players who can actually rap. So that's just how it is. If you're talking about rapping careers or just rapping in general and as a talent, Lillard is better than Lonzo. First of all, what type of question that you know for damn sure Lonzo can't rap? Let's not even try that. You know for damn sure Lonzo can't rap at all. At least Lillard can rap. Lonzo can't. So this shouldn't even be a conversation. Lillard can actually rap. Lonzo just can't rap. That's the end of the discussion. I tried to make it seem fair. Shaq or Lillard at rapping. I'm not even going to get into that. Because, Shaq was rapping in the 90s. Shaq was rapping in the 90s. I don't even know what to say. I've heard Shaq rapping. I'm just going to say Damian. I honestly, you could take Shaq or Lillard. I'm going to say Damian Lillard. But I remember Shaq rapping in the 90s. The Rock or Lillard rapping. The Rock ain't really a rapper, but I'm going to still take Lillard. So I'm going to take Lillard in that conversation. Oh, boy, man. The Saints. At some point, the Saints got to get something going offensively. Like, you can't keep playing like this. They have not shown anything. They have not shown anything offensively. They need a pulse. Because right now they are dying. They are being fried right now. They are being absolutely fried. So, we need to see something. We really got to see something from this Saints offense because it's looking bad. Do you remember that song called Champions that Ron Artest made? I do not. Taking a look at the NFC, the Packers are on top with the number 1 seed at 12-3. Cowboys on top of their division at 11-4. Rams also 11-4, and the Bucks 11-4. So Cowboys have the 2 seed, Rams have the 3 seed, Bucks have the 4 seed. Cardinals with the 5th seed at 10-5. Niners and the Eagles have the last 2 spots, and of course we know Saints, one of the teams that are fighting for a playoff spot. Yeah. Bro, in the 90s, everybody was making a rap song. That's just how it was in the 90s. 1st and 10. Books. Ian Bucks. Throws over the middle. It's caught 1st down. You got to get a lot of easy throws here for Ian. Don't throw anything complicated at him. It's his first start. You just need Book to just slow it down for him. Just slow it down for Book. Not a lot of complicated plays here. You'll be fine. Rockets and Clippers had so many chances to go to the finals a few years ago. They had opportunities. They blew it. I wouldn't say, well, you know what the Clippers did. They really did. Last chance they had to go to the finals was 2014. 1st down here. They hand it to Mark Ingram. He's going to pick up 7 yards. 2nd down here. Rockets have had, honestly, I can argue Rockets had 2 opportunities, really. Like 2015, they were not beating that Warriors team. Harden, no. That Warriors team they were a better team. In fact, the Rockets shouldn't have even been in the 2015 Western Conference Finals. The Clippers should have been there. 2014 wasn't the last time. 2015 was. 2nd and 3, Kamara's going to run. He's going to pick it up. So when I look at it, 2015, okay. So Lob City around 2011, 2012 is when Lob City started. So 2012, not that much there. Could have had a chance, but the Thunder were there. 2013, they had a shot, but the Spurs were balling in 2013. I could see the Clippers could have gone to the finals in 2013. 2014 was the worst luck for the Clippers. No, not 2014, 2015. 2014 was tough. The Thunder had a great shot, 1st and 10, quick throw here from Book, going to Kamara. He's going to pick up the first down. 2014, they had a great shot, but the Spurs were possessed in 2014. They wanted to get back to the finals to get revenge on the Miami Heat. So I would sit back and say 2014, they had a chance, but not. 2015 was their best opportunity. You took down the Spurs in that Game 7 where CP3 injured his hamstring, but somehow got that layup at the end of Game 7. Personal foul, roughing the passer on Jones. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty here. First down for the Saints. So 2015 would probably be the best chance. You take down the Spurs in the first round because it just happened to be that way. And the Spurs honestly could have gone back to the finals in 2015. But Clippers take them down. And then in the second round, they somehow blow a 3-1 lead to a Rockets team like that. I don't even know how they do that. I don't know how. But it's what it is. 2015 was the last time the Clippers were really in contending. As for the Rockets, I would really just say 2018 and 2019 were the last 2 years. So, honestly, if I'm going to point to it. Haven't heard Iverson in a while. I don't know what Iverson's been doing. Shaq's the funniest NBA player. He's definitely one of the funniest, no questions. Who's a better dancer, Shaq or LeBron? Shaq. 1st and 10. Gonna hand this to Ingram. Picks up a couple yards, second down. Then the Clippers again probably had, like, when they got Kawhi, they had those 2 years. They had last year and they had the year before. So, yeah. But, yeah, Clippers have blown it. I would say the Clippers have screwed up more than the Rockets had. The Rockets had a really small window, and they just couldn't beat the Warriors, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. I don't know why the Ravens did not pick up Ingram. It is what it is. They played a stacked Warriors team. They did, but they almost beat them. If CP3 didn't injure his hamstring in 2018, I'm telling you they would have won that series. You up 3-2 with the healthy CP3. Game 6 or 7, they're taking one of those two with CP3. 2nd and 6, not Ingram. Kamara fighting for those yards. 3rd down and short here. AI best leader ever. I would not say that. Would not say that. Couldn't say he was a great leader, but I couldn't say best leader ever. Especially considering the fact that the way he was playing was great, but the way he was as a leader for those Sixers teams, it was not working. There was a reason he was almost traded. His MVP year, he was almost traded. That year wouldn't have happened if they would have traded him to the Pistons. They really looked at him as a selfish player before he changed his mindset in 01, and then they ended up going to the finals because of it. Yeah, he led y'all to the finals. Yeah, definitely. That doesn't mean he's the greatest leader ever. There are better leaders than AI, but he's a great leader, but he had to change his approach to basketball. Let's not forget, before you went on that run in 2001, the way he was playing the game and the perception that the media looked at him, he was seen as a selfish player. He wouldn't adjust. He wasn't really taking that leadership role, and because of that, they were on the verge of trading this man to the Pistons. They were on the verge of trading AI to the Pistons, but because he didn't want to go to Detroit, he really changed his mindset. The trade didn't go through, and he changed his mindset and became the leader that the Sixers needed, and that's why they ended up going to the 0-1 finals. But, you know, for much of his time as a Sixer, he was not really seen as a great leader. Crazy that the Clippers didn't make it to the Western Conference Finals with Paul and Blake. That's one of the biggest disappointments I've seen in a while. That's just sad. Do you watch Bleach? Yes, I watch Bleach. I am so happy the anime's coming back. 3rd down and 2. They're going to be short here. So it's going to be 4th down. They might go for this here. They might take the field goal. At this point, take the points. But yeah, I watch Bleach. I'm so happy that the anime is coming back. It'll be back August of next year. I saw the trailer. The trailer was awesome. Animation is dope. They spoiled a bunch of stuff in the preview, the trailer, but it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it comes to that. But, you know, I'm just excited for Bleach to be back. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Can't wait for that. Great series. I actually have Rukia. You're not going to see it here. Oh, 4th down and 2. They're going to go for this? No way. They're not going for this. They're going to kick the field goal. Come on, don't be crazy. You just got here. Take the points. But yeah, I actually have Rukia here on my poster. Like, right, well, here as a poster on my wall. So Rukia is like right over here. You don't see her, but yeah. I'm a Bleach fan, so I'm excited for the series to come back. And Rukia is my favorite character. Well, Rukia and Uryu are my favorite characters, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, they were not going for that. Also, why take a delay of game here? Why would you even set that up? You just made the field goal longer for no reason. He better make this. There was no reason to take that delay of game. 38-yard field goal. He better make this. He better make this. I'm not even joking. You took a delay of game for no reason. He better make this kick. He better make this kick. 38-yard field goal. Kick is up. It better be good. There was no reason for them to take that that delay of game. There was no reason. They were not going for it. But yeah, they did play a stacked Warriors team, but they almost had him. They almost had him. What is your favorite fruit in One Piece? The Maramara no Mi. Ace's fruit. It's the flame fruit, so it would be Ace's fruit. You can just utilize fire. I mean, I love Luffy's fruit, but I'm not creative like Luffy, so I wouldn't be able to come up with the gears. Gear second, gear third, gear fourth, I wouldn't be able to come up with that. Field goal is good here for the Saints. They're only down by 7. 10-3 game here with 2:45 left to go in the first half. Should we fire Harbs Ojiro? I do not believe we should fire Harbaugh. And I've been wanting to say that we should get rid of Greg Roman or at least demote him and try somebody else, the offensive coordinator, but I doubt they're going to do either one of those. Is Mayfield the hardest quarterback to blitz in the NFL? No. No, that is Joe Burrow this season. So, yeah. Yeah, the Rockets missed 27 straight threes in that game. Yeah, Game 7 was tough. But here's my thing. If CP3 was playing in Game 7, at some point, he's just going to take the basket. He's going to start shooting some mid-range jumpers. He's going to start assisting people, setting up lobs. He's not going to sit there and continue to let them take those threes. In the AFC, the Chiefs at 11-4, number 1 seed. Second seed, Titans at 10-5. Third seed, the Bengals at 9-6. The Bills taking that fourth spot at 9-6. Colts 9-6. Patriots 9-6 with the 5th and 6th spots. Ravens at 8-7. Chargers, Raiders both at 8-7. A Dolphins win puts them in the playoffs with an 8-7 record. So yeah, this is gonna be crazy, man. This is gonna be crazy. Who's a better actor, Shaq or LeBron? I mean, neither one's a good actor, but yeah, I've seen LeBron in small roles. I've seen LeBron actually look decent as an actor, so I guess maybe LeBron in some cases. Baker Mayfield or Jimmy Garbage. Nah, come on. I'm not picking between either one of those guys. The NBA always has something against him. Yeah, they did. The same thing for Rasheed Wallace. 2nd and 1 here for the Dolphins. They're not going to snap this. 2-minute warning coming up. They're not going to snap this. Yep, there it is. 2-minute warning here in New Orleans. Dolphins with the ball. 2 timeouts left. Trying to put some points and add to their lead. We'll see what happens here on Monday Night Football. 2-minute warning. O'Neal or Vince Carter at dunking? Vince Carter. That's not a debate. Vince Carter. All right, peace out, man. But Vince Carter. What? UFO table anime. I don't know who's actually animating Bleach. I don't know who's animating Bleach, but from what we've seen, let them animate One Piece. I'll be fine with that. If we can get One Piece away from Toei, that would be fantastic. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, the Wano arc is being animated greatly. I mean, it's looked great. It's looked great. The Wano arc for One Piece, it's looked fantastic. I've been enjoying watching the Wano arc. It's been fantastic. Animation's great there. The problem with Toei is their pacing with the story. And One Piece's pacing is terrible. It's not that bad in Wano, but there are some episodes where the pacing is really bad. So if we can get, you know, One Piece away from Toei, it'd be fantastic. It'd be fantastic. But yeah, I have no idea who's animating this upcoming Bleach anime. But from what we saw in the trailer, it looked great. That first episode's going to be something special. Cannot wait. Gonna get Ichigo and the squad back. Can't wait to see so many moments I remember from the manga. So many moments I can't wait to see happen there. But we'll see. Kamara gonna have to carry. He's not doing much tonight. I feel like Baker's overrated. With all that talent, this man should have done more. A lot of people have been called overrated. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and deny what you're saying. But, I mean, at this point, no one is rating Baker high other than Skip Bayless. So, I mean, I think he's rated right where people have put him right now. He's not seen as a good quarterback right now. Most people think he does not have a job left in Cleveland. They think at the end of the season, Cleveland is moving on from him. So I wouldn't say he's overrated. People think Cleveland's done with this dude. So, yeah. This man Kawhi won finals with Raptors one season, then dipped. That was awesome. He won a chip and said, I'm out, man. I got y'all championship. I'm out. Peace. And that was awesome. I had some guy tell me Baker's better than Lamar. That's just not true. But I'm not going to argue these situations. It is what it is at the end of the day. Garoppolo has a thumb injury. Yeah. I didn't know what this injury was, but I did hear he had an injury. And they were talking about it right now. They're going to give some update regarding his injury. In my opinion, Ravens will only have like one loss if they were fully healthy. Very possible, but who knows? Devin Booker or Kyrie Irving? Kyrie Irving. Bro, I'm only on chapter 113 of One Piece. I got a long way to go. Oh, you do. You got over... This series has over 1,000 chapters. In fact, chapter 1036, which was the latest chapter to come out today, in fact. They dropped that. They blessed us. But yeah, you got so much time left. Holding on the offense. Another holding call on the Dolphins on the third down situation. That's going to back them up here. So what is it going to be? Third down and 11 now? Wow. But a holding call on third down. They pick up the first down. And it looked bad. It looked bad. Yeah, that's a hold right there. That's kind of a hold right there. So I see it. Jesus, Jackson. That's a hold. So, that wasn't third down. That was second down. So, 2nd and 1 turns into 2nd and 11. Which, you got a long way to go, General. You got a long way to go. 1,000 chapters in this series. You got a long way to go. Tua throws it to Waddle, and he picks up around 9 yards. So, third down and short here. But, yeah, One Piece of the long series. You got a long way to go, my mans. 113, man. You'd probably still be in the East Blue at that time. You might still be in the East Blue. I don't know if you would have gone past Alabasta at this point, but you would still be in the East Blue in some cases. I don't know. Cam Newton could go back to the Super Bowl in a couple years. I don't know how he would do that. Didn't Baker win them their first playoff game in 10 years? Yeah, he won them their first playoff game in over a decade, and they turned their back on him. I don't think all the fans have turned. Well, I don't know if the franchise turned their back on him. They have not said a single thing about this. But maybe the fan base. The fan base hasn't necessarily turned their back on them. It's been more so that the fan base has been divided. I've seen a lot of Browns fans be in defense of Baker and say, he's been the best quarterback in franchise history. We shouldn't get rid of him. So there are a lot of people who have a lot of Browns fans who have defended Baker, and there have been a lot of Browns fans that want to move on from Baker. So I wouldn't say they've completely turned their back on him. It's more so that the more so that the fan base has been divided on Baker, and that's just how the situation is right now. Levine or AD? AD would be the better player, but right now you got to take Levine because at least Levine is healthy and he's healthy, he's playing well, and he honestly looks more aggressive and more zoned in than Anthony Davis. Meanwhile, AD's injured and he doesn't even look like he's putting in the effort. If AD was zoned in and focused and aggressive and could stay healthy, he should be in that top 5 conversation. But unfortunately, nah. So AD's the better player, but with the way he's looked recently, I would put Levine. Quick throw here to Waddle on 3rd and 1. They pick up the first down. And the Dolphins are moving the chains. 1:07 left to go in this game for Miami. Well, for in the first half. And Miami is moving the chains, trying to get into field goal range here. Wild card on Monday. Wait, what? First and 10, looking for Waddle again, and he's going to hit him. Bulls, Wade, or Hawks, T-Mac. Great catch by Waddle. What am I supposed to say to that? That's a tough. You win. You win. I don't have an answer for that. You know how Hawks T-Mac looked, and you know how Bulls Wade looked. I'm not for the disrespect either one of those players, because D Wade's one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player. So the answer to that is yes. 1st and 10. And here comes another flag. There's gonna be a wild card game on a Monday night. Really? A Monday night wild card game? Let me see this real quick. Really? Let me see here. Yeah, it seems like there actually is going to be a wild card game potentially on the Monday. This is crazy. This is crazy. So, 1st down and 5 here. 1:02 left to go. Man, they are already in field goal range. That's a jump. That's a false start. That's a jump ball, but there's a false start. There's some sort of flag there. There's some sort of flag that happened there. Pretty sure I saw a jump. I'm pretty sure I saw a jump. Yeah, on... Oh, is this holding? Holding on the offense. I saw a false start, but instead they're going to call holding on the Dolphins. I mean, Bulls Wade wasn't all bad. I mean, he was solid, but come on, man. You already knew by that point that was not the D Wade we all knew. So I ain't finna do that situation. We knew that wasn't the D Wade we all know and love. Oh, so they're going to call holding. So now this is going to be a 1st and 15. That's going to back them up 10 yards. 58 seconds left to go in the first half. Dolphins still have a timeout in their pocket. First and 15. Tua's going to take the snap. He's going to step up. Pressure's coming. He's going to fire. It's caught. Oh, that is a nice throw and a nice catch right there. 2nd down and short. Bulls Jimmy Butler. Pacers Paul George. Bulls Jimmy Butler was a good player, but nah. The Pacers Paul George took them to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they had battles against my Miami Heat. So yeah, Pacers Paul George over Bulls Jimmy Butler. Now, if you would have said Heat Jimmy Butler or Pacers Paul George, I'm just gonna pick Heat Jimmy Butler. I don't care what y'all say. Heat Jimmy Butler had a 40-point triple-double and a 35-point triple-double in the NBA Finals and was guarding LeBron in late-game situations. I mean, Jimmy Butler, what he did in the Finals against that Lakers team, that was something different. So if you're going to tell me Heat Jimmy Butler or Pacers Paul George, I'm going with Heat Jimmy Butler. But if we're talking about Pacers Paul George versus Bull Jimmy Butler, I'm going to go Pacers Paul George because he took that team to a couple Eastern Conference Finals, and he didn't catch that. Oh, wow, he didn't catch that. Oh, this is close. I think they're reviewing the play because there was a spectacular catch here or a potential catch by a beautiful throw here by Tua. This play looks like it's not a catch. It's close. True, even as a 76ers fan, I was happy for Jimmy Butler that he couldn't have Jimmy Butler that couldn't have been us if we kept him. Potentially. If that's a catch, I'm a rage. I don't think that's going to be a catch. Smythe had it. Smythe had the ball between his arm and his thigh trying to hold on to it, but it looks like it touched the ground. I don't know. If you were a GM, would you fire Harbaugh or Greg? I'm not firing Jim. Well, I'm not firing John Harbaugh if I'm the GM. I'm not firing him. As for Greg Roman, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to demote him to running coordinator, and I'm going to give T. Martin a chance and an opportunity at offensive coordinator and see what he can do with the play calling. And if it works out, then I may have to fire Greg because I don't think Greg would want to be demoted back to running coordinator. Rockets Westbrook or Lakers Westbrook? You know what? I can't even answer that question right now. That's not a question that can be answered right now because I have no idea what Rockets Westbrook. At least they made the playoffs, and again, he looked terrible against the Lakers, and Westbrook suffered through an injury, and then got COVID. It was a bunch of stuff. So like Rockets Westbrook, at least by the time we got to the All-Star break, and then all of a sudden, bam, we got hit with this whole situation. Rockets Russ actually had moments where he looked nice before the pandemic, and then they came back, and then they had to fight in the bubble, and it was all crazy. I just got to go with Rockets Westbrook right now. But Lakers Westbrook, I don't see the end results there, so I don't know how this Lakers team is going to finish the season. Right now, you would have to say Rockets Westbrook, but I don't know about this. Here comes the official review. Is that a catch? They're going to confirm and keep it as a catch. Oh, wait, no, not as a catch. They're going to confirm it as incomplete? Wait. Yeah, they're going to confirm that as a catch. They will confirm. I thought they overturned it. But no, they're going to confirm it as a catch. So this will be 2nd down and 2. Sixers Jimmy Butler or Heat Jimmy Butler? Sixers Jimmy Butler was a hell of a player, but I'm still taking Heat Jimmy Butler. You already know what I was going to say. But yeah, Heat Jimmy Butler was something different. But Sixers Jimmy Butler was also a beast, so it's cool. Trying to get this whole situation together right now. Whoa. Don't you just love how... What just happened? You good at it. Love how this is straight wild out for no reason. Love these lights, but sometimes be acting up. Especially when I'm just trying to pick up the remote and do something. Yeah, they already called it complete. They already ruled it complete, but they're talking right now, trying to figure out in terms of getting a timeout or something. It's already been ruled complete. So, all right, so he's not going to be able... He wanted to call timeout to stop the clock, but they're going to let him save it. So 2nd and 2 here for the Dolphins. Tua takes a snap, looks towards his left. He's going to throw down the field. It is incomplete. He was going for Waddle. Even if Waddle made that catch, he wouldn't have been able to get both feet in bounds. He had one already out. 3rd down and 2 here. 27 seconds left for the Dolphins. Time for Matt Ryan to go. I mean, I've been saying that for like a year now. I said this is the end of the road for Matt Ryan, but if Atlanta's not looking to get rid of him, what can I do? So I've been saying that for a while right now. So 3rd down and 2 here. 27 seconds left to go in the first half. 2 in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. Looking towards his right. Oh, he gets sacked! They put him on the ground, and it's going to knock them out of field goal range. And they're probably going to go into halftime like this. The clock continues to run. Dolphins just got knocked out of field goal range. This Saints defense is doing what they're doing, man. Cam Jordan coming out here with the sack, making the play. The Heat are my 2nd favorite team because I'm a Kentucky fan and I love Bam and Hero. I appreciate that, man. We got to get Bam healthy, and Tyler Hero's awesome. Falcons still haven't recovered from 28-3. Yeah, once that franchises don't really recover from those type of situations easily. You can't really recover from that type of situation when you still have the same basis here. I mean, you fired the coach, but like Matt Ryan's still here, and some of the same habits are still here with this team, so it's tough. It is what it is at the end of the day. Oh, they're going to go for this year? They were knocked out of... Oh, he's going to go for this year. I don't see why not. You're going into halftime. So, Sanders' longest kick of his career is 56 yards. This is a 59-yard field goal. So the Saints were able to get the timeout beforehand, but he kicked that through the uprights. So they're going to try to ice the kicker here. Panthers haven't recovered from Super Bowl 52. You can argue that. Since offensive coordinator Kyle left for 49ers job. Yeah, for the 49ers job, it was over for Atlanta. Pretty much. I mean, you had Dan Quinn, and that situation didn't work out, so So they decided to ice the kicker here. Saints wanted to ice the kicker. You had 2 timeouts. You can't take it, either one of those with you to the locker room, so you might as well use it here. So we're going to try this again. 59-yard field goal attempt for the Dolphins. Here we go. The kick is up. Oh, it's sailing. That's off. He's missed it. They iced the kicker, and it was successful. Look at Sean Payton happy for that. They iced the kicker, and it worked. So we will go into halftime. Dolphins up 10-3 in this game. The Saints will receive the second half kickoff, so they will have an opportunity to go down the field and tie this game coming out of halftime. Does anybody know if the Ravens are doing tryouts? Not at this stage. Sean Payton's happy, man. They iced the kicker, and it worked. Woo! Payton's just happy for that. Mahomes is playing catch-up. Okay. So we are heading into halftime. Dolphins up 10-3. Saints will get the ball coming out of halftime, and we will see how they respond. Can they find the end zone? We'll find out. But until then, I will see you guys in the second half. Right, we are back at it here. Second half football for the Dolphins and the Saints. Saints do have the ball first. They're on this first drive here, and they face a third down. Can they avoid going 3 and out to start the second half? They've been 0 for 5 tonight on third down conversions. They got to convert one here. Third down and 4 here for the Saints. Book takes a snap, looks, fires. He's almost picked. Oh, boy. Book almost threw another pick right here. He was going for Kamara. There's 2 guys right there. You can't go for that. Ian, you can't throw that, Ian. You can't throw that. You can't throw that. Yeah, Garoppolo had a fractured thumb on his throwing hand. Yeah, makes sense. So, they start the second half by going 3 and out. Not exactly what we were hoping for the Saints. But the Dolphins do get the ball back quick. Let's see what Tua in this offense can do. The defense is reading Ian like a book. Well, he is a rookie, so, I mean, I would assume they are going to read him like a book. This is his first ever start. No one ever said it was going to be easy. Not to mention, they're really just throwing basic stuff at him. They're not throwing anything complicated, and he's not looking to take anything down the field. They're throwing very simple concepts at him. So it's very easy for the defense to kind of deal with this. I see what you did there. Oh, yeah, I saw the joke. Read Ian like a book. We got you. You get your credits for that. You get your points. But yeah, I got to see what the Dolphins are going to do here for their first drive. Throw Kamara some screens. They're trying to utilize Kamara, but the Dolphins' defense is zoning in on him, so it's getting tough. It's getting tough. The only person he seems to feel comfortable throwing it to is Kamara, but like they're zoning in on this situation, so it's getting tough for them. It's getting tough. Either way, they're gonna have to figure something out, man. You don't want to be. That was a third and short situation, so I don't know what they're gonna do when they face third down. What is their approach? Because running the ball, the Dolphins are gonna sniff that out. So what are you going to do here? Because these are completions that you're just going to need him to throw. At some point, it's just going to come down to Ian just making some throws. Like, you got to be able to complete these passes. Because otherwise, you don't have a shot in winning this game if that doesn't happen. So it really just comes down to Ian making those type of throws and making those plays, especially on third down. Because running the ball ain't going to help them in this situation, especially when they know you want to run the football. The Dolphins are going to stick to Kamara like glue, and rightfully so. Exactly. They're going to stick to him. So it's going to come down to Ian making some plays here. He's going to have to make some throws. And that's where he's going to have to adjust. First start here. He might eclipse Anquan Bolden on this one. He might. All right, first down here for the Miami Dolphins. Waddle has been fantastic. First and 10 here. Tua takes the snap. Gonna hand it off. Gonna pick up a couple. Lindsey's been solid for the Dolphins. Gonna pick up a couple yards here. Second down. Jalen Waddle's been fantastic. He's got 7 catches, 62 yards on the game so far. Waddle is eating. And they're going to look for him downfield. Tua or Baker this season so far. Tua's been more productive. And he's working with worse weapons, so I would say Tua. Second down and 5 here. For the Dolphins. Tua. Going to hand this ball off again. They're going to choose the run, but the Saints defense sniffs that out and makes a tackle behind the line. If we had just beat the Dolphins like we should have, I wouldn't have to put myself through watching this. I mean, it's what you don't have to watch it, man. I mean, at the end of the day, go enjoy your night and check back around like 11:30 to see if the Dolphins win or lose this game. You don't have to put yourself through this. If it's a game you don't want to watch, just wait to the result. You don't have to sit here and watch it. Like, don't torture yourself just to see the result. Just come back later. Go do what you want to do and then come back later and see what's happening. 3rd down and 9. They need this Saints defense to show up here again and make a stop because right now offense ain't doing so well. 3rd down and 9. They're trying to force a 3 and out here. Tua takes a snap. Pressure's coming. Tua steps up. Throws downfield. He's picked off. Tua throws a pick. He throws it to Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football back. He overthrows his receiver by a good 5 yards. Let me take a look at this again. Oh, he should have gone to Waddle. Waddle was wide open. He overthrew his receivers by a good 5 yards. Where was he going with this football? That was a major overthrow. That was a major overthrow. That was terrible. All right, Luka or Trey? Luka. I need the Dolphins to win this. Please don't mess it up. It is what it is. There's got to be a Lamar throw to Bateman touchdown these last 2 games. I couldn't care less. What play action here? Book has time. Nothing there. He's just going to take off. But there's a flag on the play. This is probably going to be holding on the offense. But, yeah, I couldn't care less whether or not Lamar hits Bateman for a touchdown. The goal is to win. I couldn't care less. Him hitting Bateman for a touchdown is not going to mean anything, especially if they don't win. So, I don't care about stats. I've never cared about stats. I'm focused on winning the game. So, him hitting Bateman, it wouldn't matter. He can hit him on a garbage time touchdown. Wouldn't matter. Oh, illegal formation on the Saints. So they're going to decline that 2nd down here. 2, I don't know where you were going with that football. Waddle was open. Take the underneath. Waddle was wide open. That would have been a huge gain. But Tua tried. He just overthrew that throw. He just overthrew that pass, and it was bad. 2nd and 11 here. The good news is this Dolphins defense is pretty much shutting down anything the Saints are doing, and they're trying to run the football. Another play-action play here. Book throws over the middle. It's caught. Okay. He gets it to Callaway, and Callaway picks up the 1st down. 1st down here for the Saints. That was a good throw by Book. Put it right on Callaway. Callaway goes, ooh. 2015 Hawks or 2016 Raptors. Both are frauds, but I'll take the 2016 Raptors. You did have talented players in Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. That 2015 Hawks team didn't have a single All-NBA player. They had multiple All-Stars, but they didn't have a single All-NBA player. We knew they weren't going to the finals. 1st and 10 here. They're going to hand this ball off here to Ingram. He's going to pick up a couple yards. 2nd down here for the Saints. Emmitt Smith or on the Cardinals or Brett Favre on the Jets. Brett Favre on the Jets because he almost took them to the playoffs. They just collapsed. Emmitt Smith on the Cardinals was just a shell of his former self. Brett Favre almost got that Jets team to the playoffs. They just collapsed. And besides, Brett was not done, as we saw what he did in 2009 with the Vikings. And had he not thrown that pick in the 4th quarter against the Vikings in the championship game, we would have a different conversation. 2nd and 8. Book dodging pressure. He's trying to buy time. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. Smart play right there. So, yeah, no, Brett Favre still had some juice left. That's why he ended up going to the Vikings, took them to the NFC Championship game, and they lost the Saints because he decided to throw that pick for no reason. But, yeah, I would still say Brett Favre on the Jets would be a better choice because he still had some game left. Hawks, they made the Eastern Conference Finals but got destroyed. I actually thought they were contenders. They were not contenders. They had multiple. If you looked at that team properly, they had multiple All-Stars, but they had no All-NBA players. They were not going to the. I don't care how great their record was. At the end of the day, they were gonna have to face off with LeBron and Kyrie. They had no All-NBA players on that roster. So when I looked at that, I saw the 2015 Hawks. I'm like, okay, they're having a great season. They're not going to the finals because they're not going to have an answer for LeBron. You can have a couple all-stars. You got people playing here, great. You still got Kyle Korver, the sharpshooter there, but no. I looked at that team and said, they're not going to the finals. They're not going to get past LeBron if he gets to the conference finals. As for 2016, that Raptors team, I didn't believe they were going to the finals either, but they at least looked more. At least they had better players. I'm not going to say they had better players. Well, no, you can say they had the better players because Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan were great players at that point. So, yeah. What was your reaction to the DeMar/Kawhi trade? Well, my reaction was the DeMar DeRozan era in Toronto was over, and getting Kawhi Leonard is going to give them a great chance to run for a title. So they're going to have a better chance, but can they pull it off? 3rd down and 8 here. Book, pressure's coming. He's going to take off again, and he's just going to get sacked. They can't do anything. The minute the Dolphins send pressure, it's over. So they're going to have to punt this football again. Saints offense cannot do anything. Nobody's open. Why are they running? Look at this. Why are they? Oh my God! You can't be running these type of plays with him. You can't be running these type of plays with Book. He's not. Okay, all right. The score game 4 was like 112-90. With Jeff Saturday or Jason Kelsey. Close. I'd take Jason Kelsey. So now the Dolphins are going to get the ball inside their own 15-yard line. Tua's coming back out here. How is he going to respond after throwing that pick? Meanwhile, the Saints have got to figure something out. They can't do anything on offense right now. They have got to figure something out. But yeah, I didn't have any belief in the Hawks in 2015. I knew they weren't going to the finals. The minute I saw they were getting matched up with LeBron in the conference finals, I said that was a wrap. It just that team was not built to go on a run. They played great basketball. They didn't have any legit all-NBA players, but they did play some great basketball. Unfortunately, they didn't really have true star power, so I knew they weren't going to go to the finals. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. They still played well and got to the conference finals, so that's good for them. But yeah, that Hawks team I didn't believe in. Saints need to force a fumble. Saints are doing everything they can. I mean, what do you want from the Saints? Are making stops. They just got a pick. At some point, you just have to hope the offense does something. The Saints can't keep trying to force this, and that. I mean, Saints are going to continue to play defense, continue to do whatever they can. But at some point, the offense needs to do something. You can't have the defense keep coming out here forcing stops, now creating turnovers, and all of a sudden the offense does nothing with it. The Saints need the offense to get something going and get down the field and put some points up. That's what they need. I do not live in Baltimore. I live in Maryland, but I do not live in Baltimore. Al Horford got ejected in Game 3 for elbow. Yes, he did. He did get ejected from that. They might have to switch. They might have to switch to offense, defense. If you can get a pick 6 from the defense, it'd be nice. The Dolphins have blitzed 70% in every game this season, and it's worked out over the last several weeks. So obviously, this game plan has been working out for them. I live in. Oh, you live in Canada. Oh, wow. International. That's nice. Center is by far the most underrated position in the NFL. They are responsible for the play going great or terrible. Obviously, I mean, if they can't properly snap a football, it's over. Saints D is doing everything possible. The offense has yet to do anything with it. Yeah, it just comes down to the offense doing something. Delhi deserved it for hurting Korver. All right, 1st and 10 here. Oh, and I almost got picked. Tua tried to squeeze that pass in to Waddle, and that almost got picked. My God, Roby almost picked that pass. That would have been terrible. Oh, that was almost a pick. Woo, that's a dangerous throw right there. Biggest important after this season? Ravens, Lamar contract deal, or other things? Well, they got to get his deal in order, but you do still have his 5th-year option, so it's not like they have to get it done, though they may want to get it done sooner rather than later. But, I mean, I would definitely say in the offseason that's the most important thing because the draft is a different situation. 2nd and 10, they're going to run this football. Saints defense again on it. They make a stop here. 3rd down and long coming up. And Graven said if Huntley's not vaxxed, he won't play next game either. Yeah, I mean, he was taken out on Friday. No, not Friday. On Saturday. And if he's not vaxxed, that's 10 days missed. So he will miss the next game. Yeah, we're 1-4 in the division, man. We've only won 1 game. That was against Cleveland on Monday Night Football. Not Monday Night Football. It was against Cleveland on Sunday Night Football where Lamar threw 4 picks. That's the only one we have. We went for 2 against Steelers, lost. We lost to Cleveland, trying to make that comeback in Week 14 when Lamar got hurt, and we got swept by the Bengals. 3rd down and 9. Tua stepping in. He's throwing deep. He's got a man open. It is caught. Huge play. What a catch by Hollins. And that's going to take them into Saints territory. What a throw. What a catch. Huge play for the Dolphins. Would you rather have a great route runner or a great catcher? I would rather have a great catcher. If you can't catch the football, you're not able to do your job. So I would rather have a great catcher. Alabama receivers and DBs have always transitioned well in the NFL. Yes, they have because they're a top school and they always get the best people. That is an amazing catch by Hollins. How did he hold on to that one? I mean, you could throw the challenge. That's going to be a catch. There's no, that's a full-on catch. I mean, I guess you could throw the challenge the whole, but no, that's a catch. That's a full catch. There's not even a remote chance you're going to win this challenge, Saints. That's a catch. 2015 Panthers or 2016 Falcons. 2015 Panthers rolled to the Super Bowl. 2016, they challenged the ruling on the play that was a completed catch by Hollins. So they're challenging the huge play that the Dolphins just got. They say that's not a catch. That's what the Saints are challenging for. 2016 Falcons, let me see, because, both the Falcons, 2016 Falcons in the wild card round, they almost lost to the Eagles. Oh, not 2016. Actually, no, not even that. That was different. That wasn't even. They didn't face off against the Eagles in 2016. I'm looking at the 2015. Let me start with 2015 Panthers. 2015 Panthers. They were destroying. They were destroying the Seahawks, but then they were up 31-0, and then the Seahawks put up 24 unanswered points and almost came back. So that was a tough one. And then they went on to get to the NFC Championship game where they took on the Cardinals, where they dismantled the Cardinals. Then they got into the Super Bowl and they played terrible. Meanwhile, the Falcons in the NFC Championship game, they destroyed the Packers. I mean, they completely destroyed the Packers in that title game. And then the Super Bowl, they were up 28. I would have to say 2016 Falcons, just based on how they performed. They may have choked, but the way they played in that Super Bowl was different. So I'd say Falcons. 2016 Falcons, because they just choked and blew a lead. Josh Norman's career went downhill after that. Yeah, because he was pretty much shortly after that, he was out of Carolina. He ended up going to Washington. That didn't work out for him, and then just bounced around the league. Well, this was a dumb challenge by the Saints. That was just a dumb challenge. It was really just a dumb challenge. He caught that. The ball didn't move once. That was a terrible decision. Yeah, they only put up 10 points. Yeah, they put up 10 points. So, yeah, I would definitely say Falcons played better. That was a terrible challenge by Sean Payton. So now, due to that, you're in the second half here with 1 timeout left to go in the game. You have 1 timeout left. This is a nightmare. Oh, my God, Payton, there was no reason to challenge that. You have 1 timeout left, and there's 8:25 left to go in the third quarter. This is a nightmare. Oh, they're going for a flea flicker. Tua gets it to Waddle, and he picks up a first down. He's inside the red zone. Dolphins are in a nice... They're in the driver's seat right now. They are in the driver's seat. They're inside the red zone. That was a great flea flicker right there. Waddle was left open, coming across the field. Picks up the first down. Oof. It's looking great right now. Looking great. Great drive here for the Dolphins. Looking to put some more points up and extend their lead. Meanwhile, you got to hope to see the Saints make a stop, because if this gets out of hand, it's a wrap. First down here. Saints. Oh, Johnson bounces off a tackle. Bounces off multiple tackles and trucks his legs and picks up the first down. Oh, my goodness. Dolphins have come engaged in this drive. So now it's like first and goal. Oh, this is a great run right here. That's a tough run right there. So now 7:20 left to go in the game, and Dolphins looking to take a 14-point lead here. First down. They're running this again. They're going to pick up around 5 yards. Second down here for the Dolphins. Cam falling to the ground. Josh Norman crying. That was bad. It is what it is. And Dolphins take the 7th seed. If this keeps happening, Dolphins will take the 7th seed. But there's still far too much football left to play. Game is not over yet. Second down and 4 here. Well, they're about to give up a touchdown. They're going to run this football again. Saints are all over it. Going to make a stop here. He picks up about 1 yard. Third down here for the Dolphins. Third and 2 here for them. This isn't third and goal, so technically they can pick up the 2 yards. They will get a first down here. Tua takes the snap. Pressure's coming. Oh, that might be a fumble. Oh, there's going to be a flag on the play. 2 flags are going to roll. Rams in 2018, though, I really wanted them to win. They somehow got to Super Bowl. We know what happened in the championship game between them and the Saints, but they somehow got to Super Bowl, and all of a sudden they put up 3 points. Their offense couldn't do anything right. That was unfortunate. Holding on the defense. Oh, wow. They called a personal foul on the defense here. Roughing the passer. That's tough. That's tough. I don't know, man. It's getting harder and harder to play defense in the NFL. It's getting harder and harder to play defense in the NFL. Because if your momentum pushes him into him like that, like, what is he supposed to do? Cardinals are collapsing like they always do. They got to get themselves together because playoffs are coming soon. If they keep playing like this, they will be a quick out. First down here, they're going to hand the ball off, and Saints defense is going to make a stop there. Second and goal coming up for the Saints. They're going to have to hold on for 2 more downs. They haven't given up a touchdown in 10 quarters. So they got to do everything in their power to hold on here. Second and goal. These roughing on the pass has been nothing this year. This ain't the Matrix in slow-mo trying to stop. It's tough, man. I don't know what they want these guys to do. It's tough playing defense in the NFL nowadays because you can't touch the quarterback. Second down. Oh, what type of play is this? Touchdown! They get the ball to Waddle, and he scores a touchdown. And Miami is going to extend their lead. Things are looking horrible for the New Orleans Saints. At this point, I don't see why you just don't go for broke at this. Like, you, seriously, with the way this Saints offense is moving, you got to either go for broke, go no huddle. You got to get something going because if you can't score offensively, you're as good as done. Yeah, Cardinals have only been to 1 Super Bowl. And I believe that was in 08 with Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald against the Steelers. And I hate that year, and I don't want to talk about it. Things are looking horrible for the Ravens. Not really. I mean, things have always looked horrible for the Ravens. What's the difference between now and, like, between this time and yesterday? You got blown out yesterday. Things were already looking bad. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Most people have already accepted. Even if this team makes the playoffs, they're not going far. So why would we want to make the playoffs in order to watch our team go get destroyed in the wild card round? I mean, like, it's not even bad. Again, whether or not if the team makes the fight to the end, Baltimore, fight to the end. Fight to the end. We will support you when we watching the final 2 games. Fight to the end. But in all honesty, they don't make the playoffs. It is what it is. Like, with everybody lost, what do you want to take to the postseason for? Like, what are you actually going to take to the postseason? Your franchise quarterback's hurt. Your entire secondary is gone. You've lost guys in your defensive line. Your offensive line's injured to hell. You've lost your entire running back core. What do you really want to take to the postseason? Like, things getting worse. It's already at its lowest. Missing the playoffs wouldn't even be a horrible situation. You're already at the lowest. So it is what it is, man. It's just one of those years. So I'm not going to sit there and say things are looking horrible for the Ravens. Things have been looking horrible for the Ravens since before the season started. Things started looking worse for them when they lost 4 straight games. So, like, things really looked horrible for the Ravens the minute Lamar got injured. And despite how Tyler Huntley and Josh Johnson have played, we have yet to win a game since Lamar has been the starter. So things have already looked bad. I'm not necessarily worried. Saying things are getting worse or all this, but it's already been bad. It's been bad since before week 1. It got worse after the Miami game, and it's just been at its absolute lowest during this 4-game losing streak. Nothing changes between now. Like, nothing changes now that the Dolphins are going to get this 8-7 spot. Like, nothing changes. Congrats on your 1,000 video. I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for the love and support. Never thought I would make 1,000 videos, but hey, here we are several years later. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So, like, Baltimore's already in a terrible situation. They've been in a terrible situation for weeks now. So, I mean, nothing necessarily changes at this point to really make the situation worse. Whether they make or miss the playoffs, it is what it is. Like, I'm not really that worried about it anymore. I'm going to support them. I'm going to put my hope and faith. I'm going to fight to the end, but I'm not going to be sitting here in pain. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here in pain if the Ravens miss the playoffs, because why would I want to go see this team make the postseason? What do they have? What do you have to compete with on this team? And with Lamar being injured, he might be done for the season, so, like, I just don't even know what you have left, and why would you want to go to the playoffs just to get absolutely destroyed? Of course, once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. We always have that hope, but you don't have much left to go into the postseason with. Their dignity, maybe. I mean, the only thing you're going to have making the playoffs is just holding on to your dignity, but what's better, fighting to the end and barely missing the playoffs, or making the playoffs and getting absolutely destroyed in the wild card round? However your perspective is, that's just how it is. At least if you missed the playoffs, you fought to the end, you missed the playoffs, and it's just like, hey, you came up short, injuries took you out. But if you make the playoffs, you think the media is going to let you get away with that? They don't care. They don't care about the injuries. If the Ravens make the playoffs and Lamar is the starter in that wild card round and we get destroyed, they're going to look at Lamar and they're going to blame it on him because the media doesn't give a damn about the situation. That's the NFL. That's how the media works. So why would I want to see that happen? At the end of the day, fight to the end, Ravens. If you make the playoffs, cool, we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to be that pressed if we miss. 1st and 10 here. Kamara's going to take the ball. He's going to run, and he's going to pick up the first down. What do I think of it? Oh, Antonio Gibson? Like him. He's a great player. Any backup Saints quarterback to play besides Ian Book? I do not know. I do not know. I'm on One Piece level now. Yeah, with these videos I am. I have as many. Well, not really. There's still more chapters and more episodes than videos I've made. 1st and 10 here. No space for Kamara. He's going to pick up a couple yards. Dolphins will lose at least one of those last 2 games. Probably. I don't know. Crazy that the Dolphins are going to be in the playoffs with the win tonight after starting so terribly. I'm kind of annoyed that we didn't beat them, so we wouldn't have to be in this situation, though. Hey, you know what? The Dolphins, again, the Dolphins just had a tough start. They had a rough start. Injuries were playing a factor, a bunch of stuff, just like every other team. They had a rough start, similar to the Colts. Colts had a rough start. The Colts had a rough start, and we had a rough start. Everyone had a rough start. We had a rough start, but we were able to manage it. Colts had a rough start. Dolphins had a rough start. 2nd and 7. Ian just can't. Look at this. You're going to get a tackle behind. Oh, my goodness. Flag on the play. This is just disgusting. But, yeah, Dolphins had a rough start, but they've gotten themselves together. This was my dark horse Super Bowl team, so if they make the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised. And it's just going to make it worse. Holding on the offense. Oh, God. Put Alvin at quarterback for the Saints. You might as well. It's just nothing here. I mean, I don't even know what you do if you're Sean Payton. They're not going to win this game playing like this. Is Sean playing next season or still on hush mode for him? I have no clue. When the Dolphins beat the Ravens, I said they were turning the corner. Yeah, I believe that too. It was a tough loss, but I said the Dolphins have talent. And if they can go on a run here, they could make the playoffs potentially. This was my dark horse Super Bowl pick, and they are coming. They are on the rise, and they got hot at the right time. Now they have to finish this off. You got 2 games left. Finish it off the right way, and you can make it in. Get Drew Brees out of retirement. No, funny thing about that is I think there was a report that came out involving the Saints asking Drew Brees if he wanted to potentially come back, and Drew Brees responded with a picture of him golfing. So that should give you your answer. Brees is happy in retirement. I have to see if I want to see if that was a thing. I swear I saw that it was a thing where the Saints legit had the report. Yeah, there was a report that the Saints actually asked Drew if he was considering coming back. And his response to that was to send them a picture of him golfing. So I think that man is good where he is.
That's a tough situation. You're right, because you can't recover from that kind of thing and play with any type of...
Yeah, that I found it. Yep. Saints called Brees to gauge his interest in given their circumstance at quarterback. He sent them back a photo of him golfing. So that's exactly where Drew Brees is in this situation. So the Saints punt the football, obviously, and Tua's back on the field. Get Phillip Rivers. I mean, Phillip Rivers is coaching right now. He might be willing, but Phillip Rivers is coaching right now. I don't know if he wants to leave his coaching job to come back and play in the NFL. So these retired guys are in good position. I don't know if you want to go get RG3, if RG3 is willing to play. I really don't know what you do. Miss Andrew Luck. Hey, I've missed Andrew Luck for years now, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, Andrew Luck is spending time. He's living his life and spending time with his family. Can't blame that man. I miss him, but hey, he made the decision that was best for him. I think he's coaching a high school football team. I don't know where he's coaching, but last time I checked, he was coaching a high school football team. I can see. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he's the head coach at St. Michael's Catholic in Fairhope. So yeah, he's right now. He's a coach. So yeah, he's coaching right now. So that's where Phillip Rivers is. He's coaching. Andrew Luck's at home with his family, chilling out. Drew Brees is playing golf. So these other quarterbacks ain't coming back. RG3 might come back if you pay him. But other than that, honestly, I wouldn't also be surprised if the Saints call Baltimore and say, "Hey, yo, you know about Tyler Huntley? You wanna pull off a negotiation?" Actually, they couldn't even do that right now at this point. Trade deadline's already passed. But they just got no one left. You got no one left. Colts asked Luck to come back, and he said he's fine without a broken shoulder, torn ACL, or anything. I mean, I'm fine with that too. And look at his bank account. That daylight, do I really need to play anymore? Listen, he's fine, man. He ain't got to worry about nothing. That man is on television. He's one of the main people that we see on NBC for Sunday Night Football. Sometimes you'll see him on Monday Night too. He's fine. Yeah, Andrew Luck is loving not getting killed, and I don't blame him. I do not blame him in the slightest.
Well, that's how the Dolphins won, but they potentially would have the tiebreaker. They already beat a rookie quarterback in his first start at Mac Jones. Now they're playing another rookie quarterback in his first start So they've caught a break on a couple of these now.
1st and 10 here for the Dolphins. They're looking to put this away. If they score another touchdown, the game's over. Saints don't even have the offensive ability to come back from a 24-3 deficit. So Saints defense knows that they give up another touchdown here, the game is over.
2 weeks, this game was as well, maybe the biggest in Tua Tagovailoa's life. And, mid-season, can't underestimate enough how much was swirling about Deshaun Watson and having to address that. And the trade deadline comes. And since that trade deadline,
You don't need to worry about that Deshaun Watson situation. It's all good. 2nd down and 5 here. Andrew Luck got bodied after retirement. Listen, Andrew Luck is just chilling out, man. He's just chilling out. 2nd and 5 here for the Dolphins. They're going to run this ball. Saints defense makes a stop there. It's going to be 3rd down and short for them. Said he retired right when the Colts were getting an elite offensive line. Listen, he didn't want to. Are you talking about he's getting booed? Yeah, he got booed. Well, he didn't get booed after a time. Well, technically, I guess it was after a time. He got booed on the field. When he was walking into the locker room, that's when they booed him. Still angry about Colts fans booing him off the field, though, when he made their announcement. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. I'm so happy for Tua because the way Brian Flores and the Dolphins were treating Tua was unfair. And if they did trade him, Waddle would never trust his organization and see how they treat players. I've been a Tua guy, man. I'm a fan of Tua, so I believed him. I said just give him time. 3rd down here. Pressure's coming. Tua's going to step up. He's going to take off. And he's not going to pick up the 1st down. Saints defense makes a stop on 3rd down. He picks up a yard. He's short. 4th and 1. They're going to have to punt the football. Dolphins offense goes 3 and out here. Wow, what a hell of a stop here by the Saints defense. He had a chance to get that extra yard, but oh my goodness, they make the stop. This year's draft isn't best for quarterbacks, so Tyler Huntley is going to be picked up somewhere, potentially. That is a huge stop for the Saints defense. That keeps you still in this game. Now you just got to hope special teams can put you in a position to get some points. 3 and out here for the Dolphins. They're going to punt this football. Now you got to hope the Saints can get good field position here. They're going to get terrible field position. They're going to get terrible field position. Maybe. We'll see. We might have to draft Kenny Pickett. You got to have to draft somebody. At this point, you don't have a successor at this point, so you're going to draft whoever you can get. 28 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. Dolphins still up 17-3. Things are not looking good for the Saints. Yeah, I know you guys would have to draft. I draft them. At the end of the day, you guys didn't have anything really prepared after Ben Roethlisberger, but you're going to have to do it now. They really boo him because of his body and health. They're wrong for that. 1st and 10. Book throws to Stills, and it is caught. Kenny Stills' first catch of the night. Aaron Rodgers is immunized against a bad quarterback play. I guess so, because we rarely see him play bad. We rarely see a bad performance from Rodgers. Didn't Tomlin say he wanted a veteran quarterback? Where is he going to get that veteran quarterback from? If that's what he said, then where the hell is he going to get that veteran quarterback from? You got nobody at this point to pick up to bring here. 2nd and except Aaron Rodgers. If anything, if Aaron Rodgers wants to come to Pittsburgh, we don't know what's going to happen at the end of this year. Maybe A-Rod might want to stay in Green Bay. We don't know. But if he chooses to leave, the 2 spots I think he may consider Denver and Pittsburgh. And if Aaron Rodgers somehow ends up in the AFC North, that's a wrap. I don't want to even. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine that. Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers. Oh God, that'd be disgusting. But yeah, if Tomlin is looking for a veteran, then that means they are really going to try to get Aaron Rodgers. End of the 3rd quarter here. We are heading to the 4th. Dolphins up 17-3. But if he's looking for a veteran, that means he's going to go full throttle to try and get Aaron Rodgers. If he can, but I don't know about that.
So if I was a sneakerhead, cashing in on that sweet employee discount, I could still get the Packer price?
But yeah, other than that, I don't see who else he could take. Get Joe Flacco to the Steelers. They would never take Joe Flacco. Matter of fact, I don't even want to see that. That would actually disgust me. That will disgust me. Steelers just signed Colin. They're not going to... Again, I don't know why you keep trying to promote Colin. It's just... How are you going to expect to bring in a dude that hasn't played football in 6 years? Like, you keep saying this, and I'm just not understanding why you keep saying this. What do you expect a guy that hasn't played professional football in 6 years to do? Like, what do you expect from him? Why would I do that? Especially if he comes back and plays bad, that's just going to make him look worse. Why would you want to do something like that? That's just dumb. You don't bring in a quarterback who hasn't played professional football. He hasn't played football in any aspect in 6 years. It's different if he was like playing for the CFL or something like that. He's played no professional football. As far as we've heard, he's played no professional football in the last 6 years. Why would you bring him in? For what? That just makes no sense. Nobody's going to make that. Nobody's going to bring him in. It would just be dumb. Ryan Fitzpatrick to the Steelers, that would also be terrible. But I could see it happening. Fitzpatrick hasn't played for the Steelers yet, so I could see it happening. But yeah, if I'm beyond the Steelers, probably going to go for Aaron Rodgers if they have an opportunity there. It just wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense to bring that man in. But they'll probably go for A-Rod if they can. That'd be the best chance they got. Because Aaron Rodgers is not going to stay in Green Bay. The two teams I think he can go to is Pittsburgh and Denver. He's done nothing football-related per my knowledge. Yeah, as far as I've heard, he hasn't done it. As far as I've seen or heard, the man has done nothing football-related in 6 years. And you want to throw him on an NFL football field and think that's the smart thing to do. That makes no sense. No. Spot over there. 3rd down and 5 here for the Saints. Ian has the man open. Oh, this is short. You just have to go for it. This is a situation you got to go for. It's 4th and short. Do not punt this football. You don't have anything left. You got to go for this here. Steelers to sign Paxton Lynch. They're not going to get anything from Lynch. You got to go for it here on 4th down. You don't have a choice here. You got to go for it here on 4th down. You got to go for it here. You don't have a decision. Like, this team can't move the football. Worst possible situation. If you don't get it here, the game's pretty much done. 4th down, nobody is open. Oh, my God, nobody's open. He just throws it out of bounds. He didn't even make it. Oh, my God, that was disgusting. Yeah, this game's over. This game is over. What is that? Oh, you got a switch? Oh, nice. That's a wrap here. That is a wrap on the game. Nothing here. I would have rather had them run this football with Kamara. There was nothing there. So this game is basically done. There's not a damn thing the defense can do. Even if you hold them to 3 points, a 17-point deficit, it's over. It's over. I couldn't pick either one of those. 2015 Titans or 2016 Niners. Neither one was good. Not to mention, I believe that was Trying to think of his name. I have no idea. Trying to think of his name. I cannot remember his name. 2015. 2015. It'll come to me. It will come to me. Nah, I know. Yes, there it is. Thank you. Marcus Mariota. That was the year he was drafted. Marcus Mariota. Yeah, this game's over. Tua and them picking up the 1st down. This game's over. Take Deadpool. Mike Glennon to the Broncos. That's disgusting. And they would accomplish nothing with that. So that's pretty much a wrap on this game here. Got nothing left here. So the Dolphins are going to most likely move on to 8-7 here on the season, and I believe that's going to give them the final spot in the postseason. They will take the 7th seed with this win tonight. Tua has not been fantastic, but he has made some great throws, made a couple great plays. Waddle has been fantastic tonight himself. 1st and 10. Launching this up here. Wow, no flag on the play there. Gesicki there was some contact there, but it's what it is. Remember Brock Osweiler left to sign with the Texans? I really thought he was a franchise quarterback for Denver. He was never a franchise quarterback. I knew he wasn't going to work out. I knew he wasn't going to work out. I knew Paxton Lynch wasn't going to work out. Just those guys just didn't know. This man, John Elway, does not know how to draft quarterbacks worth a damn. So I knew that wasn't going to work out. Anyway, Rodgers goes. You possibly anywhere Rodgers goes, you could possibly get Devontae as well. Assuming they have the money, why not? If you have the cap space, why not? But who knows? Who knows? 3rd down and 5 here. All the Saints can do is fight to the end. But this Saints offense isn't doing a damn thing. They're done. They're done. They can't move the ball. They can't even get into field goal range. Got to give Lions credit in 2008 where they were 0-15 but still showed up to practice. Worked hard. Oh, you mean 0-16? Worked hard. They weren't moping around and crying or complaining either. Well, I mean, you still have a job to do. It's still their job. 3rd down and 5. Quick throw here. It was a high throw. Incomplete. 4th down. They'll kick a field goal here. Was it just because of Peyton after retiring or something? Well, no, he didn't never address. First of all, Peyton Manning came on the doorstep of Denver. It's not like John Elway evaluated the talent of Peyton Manning and said, ooh, I think this Peyton Manning guy can really work for us. No, Peyton Manning was looking for another team after the Colts released him. They just opened the door and he walked through it. Peyton was basically Peyton did most of the work. He was like, I need a new team. Denver looks nice. I'm going to come here. And John Elway was like, oh, really? Yes. Give me a second. Hey, Tim Tebow, we're going to have to trade you, bro. We got this Peyton Manning guy. That's basically it. He didn't do much to get Peyton Manning to Denver. In terms of drafting quarterbacks, John Elway has done a terrible job at that. Keeps getting these guys that are 6'5" and above, and it's just not working out. He don't know how to draft quarterbacks. Simple as that. So, Peyton Manning was a gift. It was a gift that he took. But he don't know what he's doing in terms of drafting quarterbacks. That's why they still don't have a guy. All Denver is missing is just a quarterback. If they can get a legit quarterback, they are a Super Bowl contending team. Peyton already long made his name before the Broncos. Exactly. We already knew who Peyton was. Peyton was a main man. He was, a 3-time MVP? 3 or a 4-time MVP when he headed to Denver. Already had himself a Super Bowl ring. The man was a made man. All he was looking for is a team that would accept him since the Colts let him go for Andrew Luck. And the Broncos were just there. Speaking of Lions, do you think the Jags should pursue Jim Caldwell? I don't know if you want to get Jim Caldwell is going to be good enough to help you go 9-7. So, I mean, I don't know if the Jags want to do that. I don't think he'd be much of a help as a head coach, especially considering you're trying to fix this whole situation. I mean, again, he'll help you to get a record over 500, but he's not taking you to the playoffs, so it wouldn't be a bad signing, but it wouldn't be a great signing either. To be honest, in 2016, the season opener, the Panthers had beat the Broncos because of what happened in the Super Bowl. I mean, I would assume so. They definitely did have some anger regarding that whole situation, so they had to let some steam off. Yeah, Jim Caldwell is a good coach. He's not a great coach, but he's a good coach. He was good enough to consistently get the Lions to 9-7 and actually got them to the playoffs once. So he's a good coach, but he's not going to be the coach to completely turn your franchise around. But he'll be good enough to help He'll be good enough to help the Jaguars win a bunch of games next year. I don't think they'll make the playoffs if they sign Jim Caldwell as their coach, but there'll be some progress. Though once that progress is reached, you may end up seeing they may end up being in a situation where it becomes a stalemate. You'll see a bunch of 9-7 seasons depending on how that works out. But hey, if you're looking for a positive outlook, Jim Caldwell would help. It's better than what you had with he who will not be named. They got robbed in 2014. Yes, they did. What about Ben-Ami? I don't even know first of all, I don't know if he wants to leave Kansas City just yet. Second of all, I don't even think he would want to go take a head coaching job in Jacksonville. Drew Lock is a future NFL Hall of Famer. We'll choose to believe that. You could choose to believe that, but no. At least not right now. No signs of that. honest with us. Saints ain't got, look at this. Saints ain't got nothing left. Defense is still fighting. Offense just ain't got a damn thing left. Yeah, it's been a bad year to be a Ravens fan, but it is what it is. There's always next season. You just move on. Finish out these last couple games, see what happens, then we just move forward. Man, Ian Book, 11 of 16, 79 yards, and a pick 6. That is disgusting. 1st and 10 here. Nothing there. He keeps taking off. Nothing. You're not getting much with that. Carson Palmer, 2015 season was great. I feel sorry for him when they lost the Panthers in the NFC title game. Yeah, it was great. You know, he had a great season. Carson Palmer will give you a couple great seasons. He had a couple great seasons in his career. But, I mean, Carson Palmer, I always knew about Palmer, man. I was like, you ain't winning the title with this guy. He was in the same category as Alex Smith with me. And in the same category as Ryan Fitzpatrick. When I heard Carson Palmer, I knew I was in for a fun time. They just blitzed this man. Book got smoked. They just smoked him on 2nd down. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. This is what we get for needing the Saints' help. I mean, this is not what you get. First of all, we're not the first team to need help from another team. This is what we get for needing the Saints' help. It's just unfortunate. You suffered injuries. That's just how it is. There's no this is what we get for needing the Saints' help, I guess. No, this is, first of all, this is just a season filled with injuries. 3rd down. I don't even, just launch this thing. Just hand the ball off and just do whatever you can. Well, Kamara got you like 19 yards. Maybe you keep running the football with him. On 3rd and 20, he gives you 19 yards. That's something. Stick a fork in them. They're done. Pretty much. This game's pretty much over. 4th down and 1. Just hand the ball off. What are you... Okay, quarterback sneak here. I guess it worked. They pick up the 1st down. If Trubisky sucks, he can at least say he is an NFL MVP. Nickelodeon did him dirty for that. I'm sorry. Nickelodeon did him dirty. Why would you hand him that award? They lost the game, but he got that award. Y'all are disgusting for doing that to Trubisky. But that was funny, too. I ain't gonna lie. How's the NFL so bad at scouting? It seems this sport has like 10 times the amount of bust than any other sport. Because it's not easy to play the game of football. And evaluating talent in the NFL is 10 times harder than evaluating talent in the NBA. In the NBA, if you can score in college, you will be able to score in the NBA. You may not become this all-time great player, but you could still be a really solid player or an all-star coming in the NBA. In the NFL, it's a very position-oriented job, and if you can't do it, there's 3 other people that could take that job from you. As a quarterback, there are so many things you have to learn. You depend on other people, but there's so many things you have to learn. Like, if you're just an NBA player, if you're a shooting guard and you're focused on scoring, as long as you're able to score the basketball and hit mid-range jumpers and have a good shot from 3, you will survive long in the NBA. But in the NFL, if you're a wide receiver and you can't properly run routes, you can't get separation, you're struggling to catch the football, you will not last long. It's very hard to scout talent in the NFL because it's a position type of league. And sometimes these guys, man, they may look great in college, but the level of physicality and the difference between college and the pros really hit them. Especially with how these defenses, how fast they are at getting to the quarterback, how fast they're constantly moving, how they're constantly reading the quarterback's eyes. It gets very difficult to think about that, man. It's so crazy compared to any other sports. It's so complicated. At least got a new quarterback to play 4th quarter. I don't even know if they have another quarterback. I'm starting to wonder, do they have another quarterback backing up Book? I don't think they do at this point. It's nothing you can do. I wouldn't mind him just taking a shot at this point. Like, just throw it. If you get picked off, who cares? Just take a shot down. Oh, my God, he got smoked again. Holy crap. They're smoking Ian right now. Get him off the field. They're just smoking this dude. They slammed. Oh, my goodness. He got smoked on 2nd down. He didn't have time. He looked like he was winding up. Next thing you know, he got pancaked onto the ground. You're going to miss Big Ben? I'll miss watching Big Ben. I won't miss going up against Big Ben. There's a level of respect. I'm always going to have a level of respect towards Big Ben, but it's just like, I'll miss him, and at the same time, I won't miss him. Just get off the football field. Please get off the field. Nelson Aguilar lasted long in the NFL on the Eagles. Yes, he did, and that situation really didn't work out. Is that a touchdown? Was that a fumble that resulted in a touchdown? Oh my God. That's down by contact. I was about to say.
Dolphins emptied their bench to celebrate in the end zone. They were all going to come back.
Game like I said in the first quarter. I mean, yeah, you can say that in the first quarter. See, guys, sometimes you can't be saying that because you never know how a game's going to go. Oh, look. You never know how a game's going to go because just because they're strong in the first quarter does not mean the game's going to go like that all the way through. That's not how things work. Comebacks happen. Things can change. We can't say that for every game. That's like saying every time a team's down, the game's over. And then all of a sudden the comeback happens. It's like, what happened? Can't say that about every game. Anyone could say, oh, game's over after a first half where the team's down by 15. But then a comeback happens. Hell, we've seen that several times with the Steelers this year where it looks like the game's over and all of a sudden the Steelers made it the game. I don't believe that's going to happen tonight because there are nights where it doesn't happen. But you can't just say game after every single time. We've seen 28-3. The game's never over until the clock reaches 0. The NBA and the NFL bench are different in the NBA. Oh, the bench. Okay, the NFL bench is different than the NBA. The backups actually play. Are you talking about the NBA bench or the NFL bench? Okay, no, you're talking about the NBA bench because the backups do play. The second team does come on the court and play. I just knew this quarterback wasn't going to do nothing. I mean, you would just have to assume. You can assume that, but again, you never know. You never know. It's football. People didn't think Mike White was going to do anything, but we saw what he did to the Bengals. That's why everyone had Cincinnati winning that game. All of a sudden, Mike White comes out and destroys the Bengals' defense. You never truly know how it's going to go in the NFL until you see the result of the game. But yeah, NBA bench, they at least get to play because they're the second team. And NFL bench also has twice as many people than the NBA. Yep. Who you got? Joe Flacco in his prime or Lamar now? In terms of who's the better player, it would be Lamar. In terms of who's accomplished more as a Raven, it would have to be Flacco in terms of because he won the championship. Well, Mike White was a veteran, yeah, but that was still his first start. He may have been a veteran, but it was still his first NFL start. He never played NFL football before, so that was a different situation. That was his first career start. Oh yeah, 35-3. That matchup between what was it, the Bills and the Houston Oilers. Oh, Houston they were never able to overcome that because they blew that 35-3 lead. The Oilers blew that lead to the Bills, and then the following year, that 1994 season was disgusting. Had a chance to go to the AFC Championship game to try and take on the Bills and get revenge, but you lost to Joe Montana and the Kansas City Chiefs. Funny enough, they beat the Chiefs that week. That earlier, it was a week 1 or week 2 game, but they beat the Chiefs in the regular season. Only difference was Joe Montana wasn't there. And then Joe Montana pulls up in the playoff game and just pulls off a magical game one last time and comes up clutch. And all of a sudden, the Houston Oilers pretty much last, another year or two and are gone. What's going on, Devil's Ace? How you doing, man? I'm enjoying my day. Hope you are, too. This game is over. This game is over. Most catches by a rookie in a single game on Monday Night Football history. Waddle with 10 catches tonight. He matches Jerry Rice, who did this in 1985. Get Jay Cutler back to the Bears. When's the last time you've seen Jay Cutler play football? So that's my question. When's the last time Jay Cutler's played football? I don't know if you want to put him back on the Bears. Joe Montana on the Chiefs was actually fine. Yeah, he still has something left. 2017 was the last time he played. Was the last time he played for the Dolphins, right? In 2017? So yeah, that'd be bad. Couldn't put him in after that. That'd be bad. Yeah, Frank Wright. Yeah, Frank Wright was on the yeah, he was on that Bills team.
He has 7 yards less receiving yards than the entire Saints team has offense. So there you go. The night in a nutshell. 7.5 to go.
This is sad. 2nd down and 7 here. I mean, defense is just trying. But that's going to be a horse collar tackle. Smart move right there. Smart move. Just take the penalty. Take the L out of lever. It's over, brother. This game is over. It's over. It's game. It's done. Saints, man, you guys, everything went horribly wrong once Jameis went down. Because Jameis was supposed to be the successor to Drew Brees. They decided to hand him the keys, and then it just went, it just went horribly wrong. People tried to sit there and say, oh, Taysom Hill can do this. Taysom Hill hasn't done much for you since. Hasn't really been a lot. And now here you are in this situation. Yeah, the Saints did sweep the Bucs because they just know how to play against the Bucs. That's just it. Remember when Mark Sanchez took the Jets to the AFC Championship game? I remember that. 2010, 2011. That was a long time ago. Mark Sanchez proceeded to do nothing else after that. Shortly afterwards, Rex Ryan was done as a coach. I mean, he still tried other places, but yeah, nah. Is Kyle Trask the future? I don't know if Trask is the future. I really don't know. I have not seen a single bit of footage from this guy. And obviously he's not playing right now because Brady's in front of him. And Brady, as long as Brady wants to be in Tampa, as long as he wants to be here, he's going to keep playing there. So Kyle's going to have to wait a couple years. We had to put Julio Jones, Nick Westbrook, Kane, and Bud Dupree on the COVID list. Titans got 3 more players they got to put on the list. Yeah, we had a couple players we had to put on the list too. Dolphins win fatality. Yeah, I mean, they're just running the clock at this point. Was I dreaming? I just heard Mark Sanchez took a team to the champ. Yeah, I mean, he did in 2010 and 2011. But that's got to be a dream because that was a long time ago. You're recalling memories from a decade ago. Is Justin Fields bouncing back next season? It's not even about Justin Fields bouncing back. First of all, he's a rookie. What about bouncing back? He's not a veteran. He is a rookie quarterback. You're hopeful that he'll come back better. But it's not about him bouncing back. You should be asking, I don't even know if he's going to be here. So let's just assume they're going to fire him. Let's just assume they're going to fire their head coach. Will the Bears be better as a team next year? That should be the question. That is if Justin Fields is going to bounce back next year. He's a rookie. There's no bounce back season for him. He's a rookie. Question should be is, will the Bears be better next season? They might be if they fire their coach, but that's a different situation. The whole media is going to trash on us if we miss the playoffs. I don't... Sorry about that, choked up. But I don't care what the media says. When's the last time you see me reference the media? I couldn't give a damn what the media has to say about my Ravens. I don't listen to them. They can trash them. If y'all want to take time to listen to the media, go ahead. I don't listen to their nonsense. I'd say the media is about to trash on the Ravens. They can do that. I don't care. I don't listen to their nonsense. 4 down here. They're just killing time. 4:40 left to go in this game. It's pretty much over. It's a wrap. Ryan Tannehill to the Giants. That makes no sense, and the Giants would never do something like that. Did you hear Vic Fangio said he feels like he deserves another year in Denver? Your thoughts? I mean, I would hope he would get another opportunity. Injuries have to play a role, especially because, Teddy Bridgewater has been getting injured consistently. He's gotten injured again. Prayers up for him, but you would hope he would have another opportunity, especially because they've had somewhat of an opportunity to fight for the playoffs. It's not all his fault that the Broncos are in this situation. It's not all their fault. So I think Vic should get another chance, but they got to figure out this quarterback situation. It's just as simple as that. If they don't figure out this quarterback situation, nothing's going to change. They need to bring back Gary Kubiak. I don't think they'll be doing that. I never counted on the Saints. Our team got our own means to deal with. I mean, I always say you should never be counting on another team to get your job done. If you want to make the playoffs, then why don't you go out there and do it yourself? You shouldn't rely on another team to help you get to where you want to be. When you have to rely on other people, that shows you're not really a great team. No way my Titans are giving up Ryan Tannehill. This bad season is not all his fault. They're not giving up Ryan Tannehill. Now, he's played terrible. It's not all his fault, but he has played terrible. So it is what it is. This game is pretty much a wrap. This game is pretty much a wrap. So the Dolphins are going to go to 8-7 on the season. About 4 minutes left to go in the game. So Dolphins are going to go to 8-7 on the season. I believe they're going to take that final wild card spot in the AFC. Was this the worst primetime game all year? No. We've seen worse primetime games. That's the first deep shot you've taken, and it convert. Oh my God, he's running! That is the biggest play the Saints have had all season. Not all season. I'm kidding. This is the biggest play they've had in the last few weeks, honestly. But this is definitely the biggest play of the night. They've been struggling offensively the last few weeks. So this is the best. This is the biggest play they've had in a while. So good on them. Yeah, Ravens out of the playoffs for now. Yeah, it is what it is. You finally got something to work downfield. You got all the time in the world, Ian. Make a choice. The Dallas and Washington game last night would be the worst. That was a blowout, so oof. Giants rely on Eagles to beat. That is true. They did, but that didn't really make them a great team. They just went on a great run. No one sits back and says the 9-7 Giants in 2011 were a great team. We just say they had a great run. They won on a great run. They were not a great team, but they won on a great run. Credit to them. 15 touchdowns to 14 picks. Is that not terrible? Oh, it's terrible, but it's not all his fault. So it is bad. No one's not saying that Ryan Tannehill has played great. He's played terrible. But at the same time, it's not all his fault that he's played terrible. It's a good chunk of his fault. He definitely deserves criticism for that, but it's not all his fault. They're one of the most injured teams in the league. So what do you expect Tannehill to do with the O-line giving us 45 sacks and no Brown or Jones in most of his games? Not much you can really do in that situation. Giants are eliminated from the playoffs. Yeah, they are. That loss to the Eagles pretty much solidified that. 2nd and 9 here. 3 minutes left to go. Ian just trying to get something going. I cannot believe they've taken one deep shot here. They took one deep shot, and that was it.
These are unprecedented times in the country, and football feeling the effects as well.
3:09 left to go in this game. We are pretty much just trucking it for the rest of this. Just trying to finish this off here these last 3 minutes. Saints fans absolutely disgusted by what they saw. I'm sure most fans have already gone home by now. This has been rough. If you're a Saints fan, this has been rough to watch. You honestly are watching your season just slowly flee away from you. 3rd and 9, Ian's just like... Kamara was on the floor, and he tried to throw him the screen. The Saints laid too many eggs against the Giants, Eagles, and Falcons. Yes, they did. Chargers' playoff hopes are in jeopardy. Yes, it is. Well, it's their fault. I don't know how you got upset about the Houston Texans. Should have won that game, but you got upset. So, yeah, your playoff hopes would be in jeopardy. Don't know how you lost that game. Time for Daniel Jones to go. Didn't want more than 10 games in his career. Oh, didn't win more than 10 games in his career yet for the past 3 seasons. I'm not a Giants fan, so I'm not going to speak on Daniel Jones. I've seen some good of Daniel Jones. I've seen some bad of Daniel Jones. He's a solid player, and he's definitely a solid quarterback in some aspects, but he has a lot of things he has to improve on, specifically his decision making. But again, the Giants don't want him. It is what it is. I've seen moments where it's not Daniel Jones' fault. I've seen moments where it's exactly his fault. He's a young quarterback. It always takes time to develop him. I don't know what to make of him, but, it is what it is at the end of the day. It's not all his fault the Giants are losing, but there are plenty of situations and moments where I've seen Daniel Jones just play terrible football. His decision making is my biggest issue with Daniel Jones because he consistently turns the ball over and it hurts them. Do you believe your Ravens beat the Rams to help their playoff hopes? I have no clue if they're going to beat the Rams. I feel bad for Mark Ingram. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but hey, this is what he has here. 4th and 9. Ian's just running for his life. Might as well just chuck it somewhere. Oh, he just threw a pick. Sorry, I said chuck the ball. I didn't mean throw a pick. He just threw it up there. All right, the game is pretty much over. Xander from Bro, when's the last time someone's... I'm surprised somebody's actually referenced Kolioko. When's the last time I've heard somebody say that? But yeah, it's going to be Xana. My answer is Xana. That's not even the discussion. The answer is Xana. The Saints are a hot mess. They don't have a quarterback. What do you expect? They got a defense. Obviously, they've got a defense. But they have no quarterback, and this offense is in shatters. Who was he even throwing that to? Oh, my God. It's getting close to looking like a Nate Peterman situation. He has no awareness for anything. Where was he looking? That was terrible. Any update on Lamar Jackson? Man, I heard Derrick Henry could be back by week 18. Derrick Henry could be back by week 18. Don't think he will be back. He might be back for the playoffs, though. Oh, now they're putting in Jacoby Brissett. Game's over. As for Lamar, updates? None. They're hopeful, just like last week, they're hopeful Lamar Jackson can play, and they're hopeful that he can practice, but nothing's been confirmed, and we have no idea if he's going to practice this week. Miss Teddy played for the Saints. Teddy would have been, he was doing nice there, so maybe they should have kept him, but, you know, they chose not to. Steelers should sign Deshaun Kaiser. You are just coming up with so many different bad recommendations, it's funny. You got to be trolling at this point. We have to get healthy and run this up-tempo offense in order to have a chance to beat the Rams. Get healthy where? Tony Jefferson was put on the reserve list today. Where are we getting healthy? We keep losing guys. We got 2 people back. Jimmy Smith's back, so you got 2 people back, but don't know how that situation is going to hold up. And again, you don't know if Lamar is going to play. Also, if Huntley's not vaccinated, he could be out for the Rams game too. So you may end up running Josh Johnson again against the Rams. So where are we going to get healthy from? Get healthy at this point where everybody's injured? I don't see where the health is going to come from. You're going to get a couple players back. That's cool. But again, with the way people keep getting put on this reserve list, I do not know. We need to fire the trainer. People have been saying that for a long time. First of all, people have been saying that since the offseason. Since training camp, when these injuries started, people said we got to fire him. Will you get any players back against the Rams? We got a couple players we'll be getting back against the Rams. Not exactly sure if they'll be able to fully play, but we'll see. We're going to get a couple players back, though. Maybe you get Lamar? General, what type of... I'm not even going to say it. That right there is a straight-up troll. That makes 0 sense. That right there is a straight-up troll. You outdone yourself with that one. D-Rose is more healthy. I know that was a clear troll. Like I said, you outdone yourself with that one. That was a clear troll. That one was too obvious. D-Rose is more healthy than the Ravens. Come on, man. Why you got to go there? That's not even about the Ravens. Why you got to go there? We already know what the... You ain't got to go there with that, man. We already know the situation with D-Rose. We know how his career went with the injuries. You ain't got to do that. Can't believe Jameis Winston is going to be the answer to this team. This is too... Come on, man. It's not too soon. It's been well over a decade since he suffered that injury, but, you know, that still hurts. That's definitely one way to miss the playoffs. Devil's Ace, that is an interesting question. Problem is, that trade would never happen. That trade would never go through. The Bucs would never trade Tom Brady. The Packers would not trade Aaron Rodgers. Especially because, nor should you take that trade because you don't even know if Aaron Rodgers would want to go to that team. And the Chiefs aren't trading Patrick Mahomes. That's an interesting question. Would I do so? That's an interesting question. That's a fair question. I would have to sit back and think about that. Personally, I wouldn't. Lamar's my guy, but that's a legit question. First of all, that would never even happen, but that's a question that you would have to give some thought. I'll still say no, but I'll have to sit back and give some thought to that. All right, under 2 minutes. Let's run this clock. Ravens knew the risk of getting a dual-threat quarterback. Well, Lamar didn't get hurt running the football. Lamar got hurt in the pocket, so, yeah. He got hurt in the pocket just like every other quarterback. So that statement means little to nothing in this point because he didn't get hurt running the football. He got hurt in the pocket while trying to get the ball away. So, yeah, that could have happened to any other passing statue pocket quarterback. Who would the Ravens get back that would make a difference? They pretty much there's no one they can get back, bro. One player is not going to change anything. There's nothing here, man. I get you as a fan, you want to see a team do the best and make a comeback, but no one player is going to save us. This is the NFL, not the NBA. No one player is going to save us in this situation. It's over. Joe Burrow, have you heard what he said to the Ravens? Yeah, I heard what he said to the Ravens involving the whole him running up the clock. Well, not running up the clock, running up the score. And he was like, yeah, well, they didn't give any mercy to us, so why should we? It's the NFL. You play to the end. I'm not mad at what Joe Burrow says. I don't disagree with what he says. Until we see until you see a losing team take a knee, I don't see why. Play till the end of the clock. You play till the clock reaches 0. So I don't have a problem with what he said. If they want to run up the score, by all means, sure. It's a divisional rival. If you want to set the tone, by all means, do what you got to do. Trust me, Marcus Peters on one leg is better than any DB we got right now. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to throw him on the field. Why would you want to risk him getting both legs injured then? If Aaron Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh after he's done with Green Bay, I'm not gonna be happy. Yeah, a lot of Ravens fans won't be happy. Yeah, getting the Honey Badger is not going to change much here. One player is not going to make that much of a difference to fix an entire secondary. Why? Because they're like, oh, so that's Tyrann Mathieu. Let's just not throw towards his direction. Yeah, that's what you're taught. Play to the final buzzer, pretty much. Tennessee mainly is a run-first team. Can you imagine if the Titans had Eddie George, Chris Johnson, and Derrick Henry all in their prime on one team? You know, the funny thing about it is it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't be able to work nearly as much. What you're imagining with that, it wouldn't work. They'd be a great team, but it wouldn't work. These guys are effective because they are the specific guys. If you got to have these three dudes sharing carries, they're not going to be able to get in rhythm and get warm. Sometimes having too many great players on one position can harm you. It's a good problem, but sometimes it's not always going to work out the way you want it to. We've seen situations like that before where you have a lot of great players on one position on one team, and it just doesn't work out sometimes because there's a level of rhythm. They're not able to get in the rhythm, and they're not able to do what they would usually do. Like Derrick Henry is able to be nearly as effective because he's able to get all those carries. What if you're in a situation where Derrick Henry's cold in the first quarter and he's not able to get it going? And because he doesn't have those extra carries, he can't get it going throughout the game. Or the same happens to Eddie George or Chris Johnson. Sometimes, you have too many players, it doesn't always work out. But finally, this game, does Lamar get paid next season? I don't know, ask the franchise. Maybe. This game has finally come to an end. The Miami Dolphins have taken down the New Orleans Saints. They will advance to 8-7, and I believe that will give them the 7th spot in the AFC. With 2 weeks left to go on the season, who's making the playoffs? We will find out. We need a Ray Lewis speech or something to motivate the Ravens. You can motivate them as much as you want. If you don't have the players to be able to go out there and make those plays, it ain't really going to work out. 49ers had 2 Hall of Famers at quarterback. Yes, they did, but they did not use them at the same time. Yeah, Rams got Von Miller and OBJ, and we on a 3-game losing streak. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't always work out. It's about fit. It isn't always about the talent. It's about the fit. Nothing the Ravens do at this point will make a difference. Again, guys, the Ravens have suffered too much injuries to the point where they are in the graveyard. Pretty much. All they can do is hope for the last 2 games. Hope and fight. That's all you can say. But with that being said, that is it for this stream. Dolphins get the win. They are 8-7. I believe they get the 7th spot. And we'll see what happens moving forward. I appreciate you guys stopping by the stream. I will see you guys later. Week 17 coming up. We will see what happens, guys. But with that being said, that's all I got. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.